Now it's Sears. I'm Lori McNichol for the Tri-State Jeep Fan Highway Patrol.
Baby, you gotta love it. Imus in the Morning, 2020 Sports.
All right, please welcome now to the Imus in the Morning program, Patrick McEnroe. Good morning, Mr. McEnroe.
Good morning, Mr. Imus. Good morning, Charles. This Imus Sports Report is brought to you by the Hackensack University Medical Center. NBA playoffs last night after pumping in 40 points in Game 1 to lead his team to a road victory. Allen Iverson tied a career playoff low with just 13 points last night as the 76ers go down 108-98 in overtime to Charlotte.
Well, they shut him down, so what's his name? Eddie Jones or somebody.
Good defense.
Yeah.
Well, here's Iverson's explanation of what went wrong after the game.
He did a great job playing defense, but I just missed shots. I missed layups. I missed wide open shots. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like anybody can stop me but myself. And, you know, tonight I did a pretty good job of doing that.
Yes, you apparently did. I-Man calling the Eddie Jones coverage, but apparently Mr. Iverson not willing to make that same call. Meanwhile, the often maligned Derek Coleman scored 8 points in overtime to lead the Hornets. DC finished with 29 points, 7 assists, and 6 boards. And Hornets coach Paul Silas liked what he saw from Coleman.
DC just took over and, you know, brought us home, basically. He was just great during that one stretch. Wanted the ball, knew he was going to make it, and they talk about cream rising to the top, and that's exactly what happened.
Oh, God almighty.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
Talk about going on just a little bit too long there.
This guy will be slamming his girlfriend into the front of a Buick before the today's over.
Man.
Get out of here.
Let's hope not.
Well, no, we do hope not. But I mean, you know.
Hopefully he's on his way to Philadelphia preparing for Game 3 with the series tied at 1 game apiece. The Utah Jazz, old-timers and all, continue to roll. The Jazz cruise to a 101-87 win over Seattle to take a commanding 2-0 lead. The Hall of Famers to be, Stockton and Malone, lead the way yet again for the Jazz. Stockton with 21 points and 11 assists. And Karl Malone followed up his 50-point performance in Game 1 with a measly 23 points. Malone became the 4th NBA player to reach 4,000 career playoff points in his career. Who are the other 3, I-Man?
What is it again now?
The 4th player in NBA history to reach 4,000 career playoff points. So that's pretty easy. You get 2 very easily.
Okay, Michael Jordan.
Right.
Jerry West.
Correct. And one more.
Kareem.
You got it. Ooh, the I-Man. All over it this morning.
Pretty good, huh?
This is making a mad dog yesterday.
Jerry West was a good guess.
That was good.
That was a good guess.
Come
Kareem
on.
was easy.
Where'd you hear that now?
I didn't hear that.
Come on, boss.
Now, by the way, I could have picked anybody from the Celtics. Because you would think it would be somebody from the Celtics.
Right, but you knew the answer already.
No, I did not. No,
You know,
I would tell you if I did.
Under the table.
I would tell you if I did.
Just based on past experience.
No, I would, well, I don't lie. I would tell you. I would say, yes, I knew.
Okay.
He'll say it
Way to go, I then.
He'll say it in 2 hours.
Well, absolutely not. I feel, no, I did not know. Did we rehearse this, Patrick?
No, we did not.
No, I did not know.
Like, that's the only way you would
know. On the phone with Lupica last night?
No, I didn't know.
Weren't you just talking to Francesca on the way in?
I was not. No, actually, I didn't. I didn't know.
Impressive.
No,
Let's get a Bible.
I could have. I mean, I could have picked a lot.
I don't think it was concocted.
Larry Bird I could have picked. I could have picked Magic. I could have picked a lot of people.
Bill Russell.
Well, he didn't score many points, but I mean, I could have picked a lot of people. You know?
But you did.
Of course.
Havlicek, I could have picked a lot of people.
That's what makes us suspicious.
I should get some credit here when I lucked out, which is what I did. I lucked out with Jerry West.
So. I think you actually.
I mean, Jerry West just came out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Who would think Jerry West?
Nobody.
Right.
No. Okay.
Nobody.
Take the rest of the day off. You got it, boss. You earned it.
Patrick continues.
Peaking early this morning. Utah led by 17 at the half, and were actually able to rest most of the old-timers in the second half. Malone played only 28 minutes, and Stockton just 30. Guard Byron Russell chipped in 19 points, and he was surprised at the quick start for the Jazz.
I was surprised. I never thought that would happen, but it happened, and I can't control it, and I was just happy we were making shots and playing defense at the same time.
Never thought it's supposed to happen. It's the playoffs.
Well, I see what he means. So, I mean, he was, you know, he's
Defending one of these sound bites? Hello? What's the matter with you?
I'm getting attacked again. This is unbelievable.
2 games on the schedule tonight. San Antonio's chances to repeat as champion look to be falling as fast as the Alamo. Tim Duncan will not be in uniform again as the Spurs look to even the series at 1 game apiece against Phoenix tonight. The other game is in Miami, where Pat Riley's Heat look for a 2-0 edge in their series with Detroit. Now, off the court, Lenny Wilkens resigned after his worst season in his 27-year coaching career. The Atlanta Hawks missed the playoffs and lost 25 of their last 31 games this season. It was apparent that the Hall of Fame coach was on his way out, and Wilkens decided to step down before getting fired. Here's Hawks GM Pete Babcock.
I have so much respect for him, and we all do. And we literally learned a tremendous amount from him in the 7 years together, and he added a degree of professionalism to our team when he came here that I thought we really needed. He gave our franchise such a boost in terms of expectation, professionalism, things we do off the court as well as on the court, that we learned a lot.
Harry Sanders? He just fired the coach, and he's speaking about him. This is Patrick McEnroe for Imus in the Morning Sport.
Imus in the morning.
Body by Werner, have you flexed today?
Sir, this is Mitsubishi calling.
You want to design a vehicle after my fabulous body?
No, sir.
I have the biceps of a god, you know.
I'm loser, but
I mean, all-time loser.
well, except for Denise and my brother Fred. So, Denise, aren't you a married woman like with children?
Yes,
Well, put
I
some
have
clothes
two little
on.
girls. This is my workout wear. Are you kidding? This is my uniform.
This
I've
is
been
the-
wearing this for years.
This is stuff you sell.
I think I'm getting
Yes.
a big old boner.
Fred, shut up. With your big old phone.
That'd be a miracle.
If your radio like sucks in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
So, is it okay if I have him type up your jogging program?
Sure.
Why don't you run to your limo?
See if I understand this. You kind of start out slow,
Yeah.
Slow.
and then you just keep going faster and faster.
Yeah.
Over a period of time, honey. Not right away.
You need a magazine.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
Yeah, between Fred and Bernard, I mean, you can get two bigger pigs on the planet. Time for another healthcare highlight from the Hackensack University Medical Center here at 22 to the hour. Metropolitan area's preeminent hospital.
Go to the top.
Yeah.
Reach for the stars, Warner.
Now, there's a story that Charles is looking for.
I can't find it.
Bernie came in with this bogus story this morning that Lou Dobbs, there's a rumor in one of the business sections of one of the papers.
Is it the New York Post, Bernie? That is correct. Dan, it's in the Wall Street Journal somewhere.
Now, what page is it in the Post?
What page is it heard on the street in the Journal, or where's it in the Journal?
First of all, it's in the business section of the New York Post.
Yeah, well, I don't
Okay.
see it.
There's a rumor that Lou Dobbs going back to CNN.
Page 40, first page of the business section.
Yeah, see, I got a different...
Well, how does that make you? Have Michelle going to get the New York Post?
Yeah,
It's on the floor.
right. Get the other one.
It's on the floor in my office.
This is the wrong edition.
What edition is that?
This is the Metro edition, but it's not here on page 40. Wherever that...
How does that make any sense? He just got he just made a deal with NBC, didn't he? Well, he did make a deal with NBC
Yeah.
to do a radio thing. And he's, and I think NBC is invested in this Barnum and Bailey website that he's got, this space.com.
It's
You
not
couldn't
here.
possibly, of course, CNN is just taking gas as a result of him leaving there.
Please.
That Willow Bay and the other person,
Stuart Varney?
Stuart are very nice people, but they are not getting it done.
Not working.
I mean, it's not happening for them. So, and Ron and Sand, well, the business report on CNBC, it's better anyway. Did you read that woman who was, that Darva, whatever her name is, that woman who was part of that, who wants to marry a millionaire deal,
Right.
is going to take her clothes off now for this pig?
The babe who just wanted her privacy is now going to...
Now this pig is going to take her clothes off for Playboy.
The Lion Ho.
God, what a slut.
Yo, Imus in the morning, 2020 sports, fronting the hype, taking a swipe, right with the stereotypes. I think this little dude be sucking on a crack pipe. Wanna whoop.
Good morning, Warner.
Good morning. Thank you, man. Baseball, the hottest team in baseball, the New York Mets, made it 9 in a row last night. Beat the Reds 6-5. Ken Griffey Jr., who had struck out twice earlier, struck out in the 9th inning with a tying run on base with his bat on his shoulder.
Oh, man.
But the Braves also won 8 in a row. So the Mets can't pull away from the Braves. Tom Glavine, all the way on a 3-hitter, shut out the Dodgers 1-0. The Dodgers haven't scored a run in 21 innings. Cardinals beat the... They beat the Brewers last night. Mark McGwire, career home run number 528. So he's only 8 home runs away from Mickey Mantle. And the two best pitchers in baseball, Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez, both won again last night. Johnson beat the Phillies 6 2/3, struck out 11 before the meddling manager took him out. And Martinez, 7 innings, beat Texas 6-3. You know what I'd like to see, man?
What?
How about a 7th game of a World Series featuring Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez? I'd pay for that.
That would be a great one.
Yeah.
How about some naked women?
I'd pay for that.
Well, see, you're very excited about that possibility.
I just don't care.
You don't care?
No, come
I like
on.
Pedro, and I like big old Randy Johnson, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be a classic.
Yeah.
The Tigers were the worst record.
I think in baseball, frankly, there's Pedro Martinez, and then there's everybody else. We talked about pitchers.
Oh, Randy Johnson, he's in his category.
Well,
Oh, man.
if you gave me a choice of a pitcher in a baseball game, Pedro Martinez or Randy Johnson, I wouldn't even think twice. I'd take Pedro. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Oh, that's close. That's a close call.
No, not even. It's like your book. It's Pedro, and then it's number 8, Randy Johnson.
Cruel, man.
Oh, absolutely. Cruel. Warner continues.
The Tigers were the worst record in baseball, 5-14, broke the 7-game losing streak last night. Well, here's Tiger manager Phil Garner on the Tigers' previous play.
I mean, how the slums winning a ball game. I mean, we're struggling. Win a ball game, that'll be a good sign. I mean, all these signs and you lose ball games don't mean crap.
That's it,
We
Phil.
don't need that kind of language
Man,
on the
right.
program, okay?
All right.
it up.
Let's clean it up, Phil. Marlins lost to the Giants because 6 of the Florida Marlin players sat out the game.
I would cut them from that team, and so quick. I mean, they would never play for me again.
That's just so.
El Duque didn't come to the stadium yesterday either.
Oh, man. I mean, that's
Well,
just
a statement.
outrageous.
And 2 Mets.
Well, they wouldn't play. Well, El Duque, I think, got to cut him some slack.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's the best pitcher on the team. That's it, man. Stick to those principles. That's it.
We've got some legitimate gripes,
That's
right?
an iron.
Yeah, I think
Well, it's different.
my sympathies lie with Mr. Whatever his name is, Hernandez.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Who needs Tim Duncan? Who needs him?
Well, I guess no one.
The Spurs led most of the way, beat the Spurs 85-70, tying the series 1-1 after losing the first game by 2 points.
And Grant Hill continues to not be able to get it done, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
That's right.
he only played, I think, 12 minutes, scored 9 points, bad ankle.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Cliff Robinson doing his impersonation of Vince Carter in Game 1 against the Knicks, only 3 out of 17 from the field.
Right.
How bad was the shooting? In the third quarter, the Spurs scored only 14 points and the Suns 9. The Heat beat the Pistons last night, 84-82. Jamal Mashburn's basket with 6 seconds left in the game. The Knicks and Raptors Game 2 tonight. Toronto will start 35-year-old, 5'3" Muggsy Bogues in the backcourt. Latrell Sprewell was asked how much he relied on TV while studying Vince Carter.
A lot of it is, I would say, 40 to 30% of it is that.
40 to 30%.
Well, okay.
Who cares about the regular season? Stanley Cup playoffs last night. The number 1 seed St. Louis Blues, who finished with a best overall record in the regular season, were knocked off by the 8th seed San Jose Sharks.
How does that happen?
They had the worst lead record in the Western Conference.
I hear your noise.
Change the rule.
Okay.
If you tease the fans all year by playing the best hockey all season, finishing first
And then,
after 84 games, and then die in the first round to the worst team in the conference, then you sit out the following season.
absolutely.
No more disappointments for the fans. Just get out.
Get out.
And finally, 43-year-old Martina Navratilova, who retired 6 years ago, is making a comeback in the women's doubles at Wimbledon this summer. Why?
Why?
Because she's only 1 title away from matching Billie Jean King's all-time Wimbledon record, singles, doubles, mixed doubles, of 20 wins.
Okay.
Martina has 19. So a little added attraction at Wimbledon this summer.
That's just great.
Wouldn't you say, man?
Yes, it is. Let's wrap this up. Come
Excited
on.
about that.
9 minutes to the hour here on the Imus Morning program. Well, here's a story in the Wall Street Journal this morning.
Recruiters find the best candidate for the job. Go to www.nj.com. With reports every 20 minutes, this is John Binko, WFAN 2020 Sports.
The 50,000-watt Clear Channel voice of Imus in the morning and Russ Salzberg and Steve Summers from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is The Fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
And now at 4:41, we'll check in with the truck.
May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here.
Y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws all on the floor like Pam, like Tommy just burst in the door and started whooping her ass worse than before. They first were divorced, sewing her over furniture. It's the return of the... Oh, wait, no, wait, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said... Nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement. Feminist women love Eminem. Chicka, 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 Slim Shady. I'm sick of him. Look at him walking around, grabbing his you-know-what, flipping the you-know-who.
Yeah, but he's so cute, though.
Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedrooms. Sometimes you want to get on TV and just let loose, but can't. But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. My bum is on your lips. My bum is on your lips. And if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little kiss. And that's the message that we deliver to little kids and expect them not to know what a woman is. Of course, they're gonna know what intercourse is. By the time they hit 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us cannibals who cut other people open like cantaloupes. But if we can hump dead animals and antelopes, then there's no reason that a man and another man can't elope. But if you feel like I feel, I got the antidote. Women wave your pantyhose, sing the chorus, and it goes. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Will Smith don't got a cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do. So him and you too. You think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you critics can't even stomach me, let alone stand me. But Slim, what if you win? Wouldn't it be weird? Why? You guys can just lie to get me here, so you can sit me here next to Britney Spears. Christina Aguilera better switch me chairs so I can sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst and hear them argue over who she gave to first. Little put me on blast on MTV. Yeah, he's cute, but I think he's married to Kim. I should download her audio on MP3 and show the whole world how you gave him an M. I'm sick of you little girl and boy groups. All you do is annoy me, so I have been sent here to destroy you. And there's a million of us just like me, who cuss like me, who just don't give a like me, who dress like me, walk, talk, and act like me, and just might be the next best thing, but not quite me. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. I'm like a head trip to listen to, 'cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it in front of y'all, and I don't gotta be false or sugarcoat it at all. I just get on the mic and spit it, and whether you like to admit it, I just better than 90% of you rappers out, kid. Then you wonder how can kids eat up these albums like it's funny, 'cause at the rate I'm going when I'm 30, I'll be the only person in a nursing home flirting. Into nurses' asses when I'm for Jergens and I'm jerking, but this whole bag of Viagra isn't working. And every single person is a Slim Shady lurking. He could be working at Burger King, spitting on your onion rings, or in the parking lot circling, screaming, I don't give a with his windows down and the system up. So will the real Shady please stand up and put one of those fingers on each hand up and be proud to be out of your mind and out of control. And one more time, loud as you can. How does it go? I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. 'Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Yeah, please stand up. Stand up. Hot 97 blazing it.
And the little brother come and just stay here with him? Would that be the easy solution to
Maybe he doesn't want to.
What are you talking about? Everybody wants to. The whole country.
Alphonse,
90% of that country lives below
Alphonse, I
the
understand
poverty
that.
line. Lives in
But
poverty.
wait a second, Alphonse.
Why not just offer the father, the little brother, and the son asylum here? Why? Because it's Fidel Castro.
They didn't ask for it.
Excuse me?
The father hasn't asked for asylum.
Why should he knows that...
Well, knows what? If he's here, he's not going to get in trouble.
We're a
What's
government.
the point?
Alphonse, we got rules in this country.
I'll tell you what.
What's Castro going to find and kill him if he declares asylum? So basically,
the bottom line is...
Alphonse, you're basically...
And Chris, for you
you're
to
the
say,
Alphonse.
And for you to say that you know that Ray or
I don't know. I mean,
does not speak with his family in Cuba or try, that you don't know that.
Hey,
how can you make a comment like this?
How do you know? How many times do you think I've been around the Mets? You know, that's a major thing with the Mets.
Why don't you put Ray Ordonez on the
He doesn't want to come on.
ask...
He can speak English, but he never talks to anybody in the media. I'd be very happy to ask Ray Ordonez that question.
Yeah,
if Ray Ordonez comes on, and I would ask Ray Ordonez this, Alphonse, I'd say, hey, let me ask you a question. You left your family in Cuba to go play baseball. Okay, fine. And then married somebody else, to have another family in the United States, and a family in Cuba is still there.
Chris, let me ask you.
We got to go, Alphonse. We got to do Alphonse, we got to go.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
Now I'm clear.
Like crossfire, you can't understand anybody.
Why do we take that call? What's the point?
I don't know. What's the scores?
Who won? Who won exactly? Come on.
It's Clemens' ERA.
Rob Bartlett and the Bartletts are going to be appearing, which is about as understandable. Robin and Bartletts will be on April 29th. They will be, where will they be? I don't know. No, they're not going to be in Memphis. I'm reading.
There's all sorts of matchup problems in winning 3 out of 4 from New York this season. Are the Knicks scared of Toronto? Here's Nick forward, Larry Johnson.
That's a mental boost for us ourselves, to knowing that these guys are capable of doing big things.
Mental boost is a C. John Run book for you.
That would be sure.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
That was the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange, sponsored by buyandhold.com, right in the middle of our conversation with Tony Cornette.
Oh, it's great that you have that piped in.
Everybody can invest for the long term.
Sure. And they can watch it go down 700 points in 2 days. You know what the stock market is like now? It's like betting on Oprah's dress size.
That line showed up in his column in the first paragraph the following Sunday.
Sports Radio 66,
Outrageous. Time for another healthcare highlight from the Hackensack University Medical Center, Metropolitan Area's preeminent hospital, one of America's best for innovative cancer care and treatment. They feature the largest and most comprehensive cancer and blood disorder treatment and prevention program in New Jersey, providing leading-edge technology for children and adults diagnosed with cancer. They also offer expert care through education and support programs, dietary and psychosocial counseling, as well as a boutique called the Shop on Fifth, dedicated to provide items to meet the special needs of cancer patients. Just know the one hospital for outstanding cancer care, the Hackensack University Medical Center, the largest cancer treatment facility in New Jersey, with one of the premier programs in the country that is leading the way in cancer treatment, research, and prevention. To find out more about the cancer specialists at the Hackensack University Medical Center, or for yourself or somebody you care about, call them at 201-996-5800. When you want to find that rare, unique, one-of-a-kind item, you have to go, if you're on the internet, from auction site to auction site. All you have to do now is go to searchforauctions.com and check out all of the top auction sites simultaneously. Search for, the number 4, searchforauctions.com. We'll deliver the results to you in seconds or whatever. Searchforauctions.com, a real-time online auction search engine, brings the online auctions to you. It organizes information so you can sort it by site, item price, auction expiration date, and searchforauctions.com does more than track them down. It lets you find items, execute bids, interact with other buyers without ever having to leave the website. Searchforauctions.com turns the internet into your own private auction house. So do not spend hours going from site to site. Searchforauctions.com.
This is Ernie Gadastis. Why are people watching
2020 Sports?
Coming up in 14 till the hour, and here with sports is Patrick McEnroe. Good morning, Mr. McEnroe.
Good morning, Mr. Imus. Good morning, Charles.
P-Mac.
Well, it's apropos that we've got Marv doing the little segue there, because he was the man last night. NBA playoffs at the Garden. The Knicks with a come-from-behind victory to take Game 2 from the Toronto Raptors, 84-83. The Knicks trailed by 14 in the fourth quarter, but rallied behind LJ, Larry Johnson, and then Latrell Sprewell. Johnson scored 8 points in the fourth to bring the Knicks within striking distance. Johnson then fouled out with 5 minutes to go, and Sprewell took over. Sprewell scored 13 of the last 17 Knicks points to lead the Knicks to the victory. After he gave the Knicks the lead with 9 seconds left, the Raptors had one shot to win it. So what would you think they would do? They'd go to Vince Carter, right? He'd take the final shot, of course.
Yeah, sure.
He wants the ball in his hands.
Yes.
Here's Marv Albert with the call on the Fan.
Brown unloads, finds Carter. Here's Carter at center court, 5 seconds to go. Carter puts the move on, does not shoot, gets the Brown side, jump, no good! Rebound, Ewing, and it's all over.
Give it. Come on, Vince. Take the shot.
Unbelievable.
I mean, the guy, D. Brown, just came in off the bench, hadn't taken one shot the whole game. And Vince Carter says after the game, well, he made one of those shots during the regular season against the Washington Wizards.
Duh.
Heck, I could have made a shot against the Wizards this year. Portland wins another close game over Minnesota, 86-82, with Scottie Pippen with 21 points to lead the Blazers. Pippen hit the game-winning free throws with 8 seconds left. The Trailblazers up 2-0 now in that series. Kevin Garnett scored 23 for the T-Wolves, but it was not enough. Here's Garnett.
These are very winnable games, and if you look at both games, we've been in it, to the wire, and it just seems like we get that one call that kills us. So I'm not here to hit the refs up for nothing, but.
Here we go again, blaming on the refs.
Yeah, oh,
it's
man.
always the refs' fault when you lose.
Unbelievable.
What about the calls when you win the game? Do they go against you then? More NBA news. How about this, man?
What?
Doc Rivers, who, as I pointed out last week, precisely before any votes were cast, yesterday was named NBA Coach of the Year.
How is that possible?
Rivers received 60 votes, 70 more than Phil Jackson of the LA Lakers.
You're kidding.
And he becomes the first rookie coach to win this award.
With a losing season.
No, they were not. They did not have a losing season.
Yeah, they did. They lost one more game than they won.
No, they were 41-41.
500.
500.
Oh, well, that's different.
Well, it is different, of course.
Well, he's a genius. Oh, well, the guy's a genius. He's brilliant.
The guy takes a team consisting solely of role players, no star power at all.
Right.
And the last week of the season, they're in the playoff hunt. They missed the playoffs by just one game to Milwaukee.
No.
That's rewarding failure.
Yeah, very
unbelievable.
It was like you claiming the Knicks were, we're down by 15. Talking about Vince Carter and the Raptors this morning. What are you talking about?
They were down by 15.
Well, and they won, didn't they?
Yeah, by a basket.
Well, what?
Because they won the game.
Yeah, they won.
How many more did they need to
They-
win?
How many more baskets did they need?
They had that Attica-looking Kurt Thomas mugging my man Carter out
Oh,
there.
shut up.
Afraid for his life.
So I'm sure, that you want to hear from the NBA Coach of the Year. Here he is, Doc Rivers.
I don't think you go into a year competing to be Coach of the Year. That was not part of my agenda or on my plan of things to do. So to me, getting this is extra.
Hats off to Doc Rivers.
Damn right.
Outstanding job of coaching this year.
Unbelievable.
First year in the NBA. More news from the NBA. As for the Detroit Pistons, well, their news has gone from bad to worse. Already down 2-0 in their first-round series with the Miami Heat, the Pistons will now be without All-Star Grant Hill for the rest of the season. The good news, well, the season ain't going to last much longer. The sore foot that Hill has been struggling with since the playoffs began has been sore for a good reason. It's broken. Hill will need 8 weeks to heal. So what will Grant do next?
For myself, I'm just trying to get myself healthy and figure out what to do next.
Yeah, how about leave Detroit and go to Orlando and play for Doc Rivers, along with Tim Duncan? Now, what about Phil Jackson, the Laker coach? Was he upset? You bet he was upset he didn't win Coach of the Year. Oh, he said he wasn't upset about that, but he's upset that Jerry Sloan didn't win it. He actually voted for Jerry, the coach of the Utah Jazz. Jerry received only 2 votes. Jackson's Lakers take on Sacramento in Game 2 tonight in L.A. What have they been doing during the long layoff since Sunday's Game 1, Intense team scrimmages, weight room sessions, extra running?
Sure.
No.
Chilling.
Yoga sessions. Courtesy of the Zen Master. Jackson says that the yoga sessions, physically, mentally, and spiritually, really balances a person off.
There you go.
Starting to fall apart.
Man. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yep, we will.
Doing yoga.
Yoga.
That is not
That's
good. That is not good for my team.
The series will be 2-2, and they'll be in yoga class.
You want them dueling with box cutters on the court. That's how you motivate them.
Coach, please.
What you gonna play now? Bobby? I don't know. But whatsoever I play, it's got to be Imus in the morning.
Lupa.
Lupa got his version of that Mitch and Joe scene. Got a posse to surround him, cause the more's the merrier. Chuck McCord beat pimping for a Boston Terrier. With crazy brother Fred Dieter, Rio McCoy. With a 6X beaver on his head, you know the Iron is a cowboy, baby. Riding the range, chilling in the saddle. Cowboy, baby. Riding the range from New York to Seattle. Cowboy, baby. Boy, doesn't matter, ain't in a good mood. It's a cowboy, baby. Wears a bandana by Joe Boo. Chauffeured limousine is how he commutes. Got a pair of buffalo foreskin boots. Like a prairie dog, look how the boy dressed. Right out the catalog of Order Body Express. Bust a cap in your ass. Yo, show your fuzzy beaches. Hates the crass, middle class, all the media leeches. On a mission to destroy all the hoi polloi. Press the meat, I'll meet the press. Use respect when you address them as a cowboy, baby. Khaki 6 on his hip and 3 in his pants. Cowboy, baby. Says he just a Mr. Miles circumstance. Is a cowboy, baby. Chaps on his jeans, chapstick on his belt. Cowboy, baby. Eating bread, salad, and buffalo chips. He the Iron Man, some call him Dawn, kicking presidential ass up and down the South Lawn. He and Muckraker give a killer interview, rocking for the Lakers and his boy Shaka. APC, all over TV, beating CNN's numbers on MSNBC. Abrupt and disrupt when his temper erupts. Don't interrupt or he blow your ass up. Punctilious, supercilious, he's hideous. No patience for idiots. Sitting on a dais, he looks like Dr. Zayas with a mind more twisted than an Orthodox payas. Call him a meanie, call him a reedy, cause he's a Southwest answer to Benito Mussolini. Some who hear him, others just fear him. Almost everybody'd rather not be near him. Put it politely, he's a world-class prick. Wear his jeans so tight, see his radio edit. He's amused when he abused all his power and clout. Try to snooze, you're gonna lose. You suck, get out. Cowboy, baby. Riding the range, chilling in the saddle. Cowboy, baby. Sliding the range from New York to Seattle. Cowboy, baby. Chaps on his jeans, chapstick on his belt. Cowboy, baby. Eating bread, supper, and buffalo chips.
I do not, for one, think that the problem was that the band was down. I think that the problem may have been that there was a Stonehenge monument on the stage that was in danger of being crushed by a dwarf.
David, whenever a single bump or a ruffle comes into this little fantasy world that you guys have built around yourself, you start screaming like a bunch of Ponzi hairdressers. I mean, it's just a problem, you know? It gets solved. Do you know what I spend my time doing? I sleep 2 or 3 hours a night. There's no sex and drugs for Ian, David. You know what I do? I find lost luggage.
Well, maybe
that's what I do.
Someone else to find the lost luggage, and you should concentrate on what's going on stage.
Yes. This is my position, okay? I am not managing it with you or any other woman, especially one who dresses like an Australian's nightmare. So you and all of you, because I quit. All right? That's it. Good night.
I raise a practical question at this point. We're going to do Stonehenge tomorrow.
No, we're not going to do Stonehenge.
Imus in the morning.
This is WFAN in New York, an Infinity Broadcasting Station, part of the CBS deal. It's time for the local news. Here with that is Charles McCord. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, I-Man. Mayor Giuliani has reportedly been called back to the hospital for a second round of...
Feel like a walk in the park. All because of the pet.
Cubans have sailed for America, making a trail for America. You can bring bail in America.
If you make bail in America.
Refugees here, they can find freedom.
That's only if the sharks don't eat them.
Leon lives with his nice cousin.
Wants him to stay, but his dad doesn't.
He likes to be in America. Has family in America. Leon's free in America.
Work for Catholic in America. Havana. You wanna bet he's back mañana.
Many will riot in the streets.
Only the unemployed deadbeats.
No Castro here in America.
But lots of queers in America.
Start a career in America.
40-ounce beers in America.
On the TV with Diane Sawyer.
Somebody get this kid a lawyer.
He can grow up to set the pace.
Like Al Pacino in Scarface.
He can have hope in America.
If he sells dope in America.
He can achieve in America.
Too bad he's leaving America.
Alien washed up on our shores.
To be exploited by Al Gore.
Cuban Americans so proud.
Ay, Dios mío, just get out.
Alien's almost American. Now he is toast in America. Better than most in America. Say adios to America.
It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait.
Remember when you were a kid?
Read the cover of this force to report in much as Pat O'Brien is doing, and sometimes
Excellent.
Lupica. And so please welcome to the Imus Winning program now, Jason Williams. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Hey, yo, Imus, man, what's up, man? Hey, yo, Imus, can you hear me, man?
Why is that a big echo?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, man, you ain't gonna believe this one, bro. Yo, check this out, Imus, man. Yesterday, I'm at the hospital getting my leg x-ray, right?
Well,
Then I'm limping down the hall past some, an operating room, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I look in, I see this doctor and two nurses passed out on the floor, man.
Yeah.
And then on the gurney, I see these nasty old wrinkled up butt cheeks sticking up in the air. You know, everybody's unconscious, you know. I put two and two together, I realized the Iron Man getting his anal probe, man. Swear to God, man, yo, for real, y'all I ain't playing. I was bugging, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, so I hear someone saying, help, help. Quite naturally, I thought, of course, it was Charles McCoy, you know what I'm saying? So I jump in to help. I've been stuck up the Iron Man's butt ever since. That's where I'm calling you from, Imus, man. Thank God I found my cell phone, Imus, man. Yo, I need some help, man. It's crowded up here up your butt, Imus, man.
Well, try to get out, Jason, because it's difficult to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's tough hearing Jason Williams from the Iron Man's butt. We got Lupica down here, Chris Dodd, Tim Russell, happier than a pig in shaving cream, Imus, man. Hey, yo, Bob Bartlett, man, what's up, man? Yeah, the reception on my cell phone ain't good, Imus, man. It sounds like crap, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't no light down here. It's like we in a brownout or some damn thing, Imus, man. Yo, so dude, do me a favor, get back to the hospital, at least eat a bran muffin or something. I can't take this no more, Imus, man. I can't take it. Nah, Imus, man, I'm just playing with you, man. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yes, I do, Jason.
You know, white boys are crazy, man. Yo, let's get to the Knicks game, Imus, man. You know, let me tell you something about last night, man. Despite the fact that punk Patrick Ewing continues to move up and down the court looking like Bill Cosby, the Knicks, led by Larry Johnson and Latrell Sprewell, beat the Toronto Raptors, led by Vince Carter and Charles Oakley. You know what I'm saying, Imus, man?
Yeah.
The Oak man wearing that purple Raptors uniform looking a lot like Barney the dinosaur with cornrows, you know?
He's playing like him, too. You know what I'm saying, Imus, man? Matter of fact, both teams played most of the game like a bunch of polio-stricken bitches last night. Matter of fact, the Knicks got booed more in their own house than Rosie O'Donnell in the live sex show, Imus, man. It's hard to tell what stuck up the garden worse, Imus. The Knicks play, the Raptors play, or Star Jones' flatulence, Imus.
Oh, come on.
It's nasty, man. I'm telling you right now. Yo, Imus, Larry Johnson began a Knicks rally in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Larry Johnson had a poor game until he pulled it out in the fourth quarter. Afterward, in the locker room, Larry Johnson pulled it out again and wiggled it at various female reporters, Imus. Tell them how the Knicks like to come from behind and all that, you know, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, Imus, man?
Yes.
But who cares? The Knicks won, man.
Yeah.
Yo, 3 people done choked at the Garden last night. Vince Carter at the hands of Latrell Sprewell, Star Jones on a jumbo hot dog, and Mike Breen in the locker room on Ewing's jumbo hot dog, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Imus, man, I'm bringing over some flowers with a card from your proctologist, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the card to you here. This is what it says. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in the I-man's hole and drift away. Yo, I think he's in love, Imus, man. Hey, yo, Imus, man, today's Secretary's Day, man.
Oh, really?
You send your girl some flowers or what?
No.
Why don't you hook her ass up and send her out to my estate, man? I give that hoe a damn tree. She ain't never gonna forget Imus in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got the skills to pay the bills, Imus. This is Jason Williams for the Imus in the Morning Sports Report, man.
Unfortunate situation there.
Oh, God.
Ugly, unfortunate situation. It is 33 minutes past the hour, and segueing now to an unfortunate segue here, but from Jason Williams to
Awkward.
Andrea Mitchell from NBC News. Good morning, Miss Mitchell.
Yeah, that's quite a lead-in.
No.
Good morning.
Hey, how about Fred Thompson?
Nickel for the Tri-State Jeep Fan Highway Patrol.
I'm in the morning 2020 sports with Warner Wolf. Man, what a weird-looking little dude. You suck, Warner.
Good morning, Warner.
Good morning. Thank you, man. NBA last night, the playoffs, the Lakers led all the way, beat the Kings 113-89. Kobe at 32. The Shaq, 23 points, 19 boards, 6 assists, and 3 block shots.
Wow.
In Indianapolis, the Bucks, led by as much as 31, coasted in, beat the hometown Pacers 104-91. Ray Allen and Sam Cassell each had 20. The series is tied at 1. Reggie Miller only 4 out of 12 and 10 points. Rick Smith's ejected for throwing a running elbow at the Bucks' Irvin Johnson. And I still can't get over Vince Carter not taking that last shot against the Knicks. Come on, step up. I mean, what is this?
Come on.
Right? Did you hear what he said after the game?
What's the deal?
All right.
He's hit that shot before to win the game against Washington early in the year, so, you know, you live and die by it. It's okay.
Passing off to D. Brown. I mean, do you think Michael Jordan or Larry Bird would have passed off the last shot?
No.
Robert Bird and Vernon Jordan wouldn't have passed off. I mean, that was horrible. You're a superstar. You have to take the last shot.
That's it.
Period.
Stand up.
Right, I-Man? Yeah.
What are you doing? Don't involve me in this. Just get on.
Eat those salsa chips, I-Man.
Do the sport.
All right, I-Man. Staying or leaving?
All right.
6'8" Florida freshman Darnell Harvey helped take the Gators to the NCAA final. Leaving or staying?
Freshman?
Freshman.
Leaving.
He's gone. He's out.
Oh, for crying out.
He's out. 1 year and he's out.
Good Lord.
Rent a player. High school, 1 year college, out.
That's it.
Baseball, the Braves won their 10th straight, beat the Dodgers 6-3. John Rocker's 4th save. Mark McGwire, career home run number 529. Only 7 behind Mantle. Reds beat the Mets 2-1. In this game, the Reds turned in a 6-4-3 double play from Gookie Hawkins to Pokey Reese to Sean Casey. Gookie to Pokey to Casey. Not exactly Tinker to Evers to Chance. Padres and Phillies won. Jose Valentin hit for the cycle for the White Sox. For those 2 brawls last Saturday, no less than 9 Tigers and 7 White Sox suspended a total of 82 games. 82 games. Tigers' Dean Palmer and both managers, Phil Garner and Jerry Manuel, suspended 8 games, and Tigers coach Juan Samuel 15 games. Samuel is the same Samuel who named his son Samuel. Samuel.
Maybe we should start suspending Warner for sportscasts, right?
You don't like that?
Yeah, like suspended for 8 sportscasts kind of thing. All right.
How can you be 6'5" and weigh 247 pounds and be the smaller man in the ring?
I don't know.
Well, if you're fighting 6'7", 250-pound Michael Grant, you are.
Okay.
Grant weighed in at 250 on the nose. the champion Lennox Lewis from Great Britain, 247. Or 17 stone, 9 pounds, if you're counting. Tickets are still available.
You are going to be suspended.
Wait a minute. I know you'll love this, I mean. You realize the combined 497 pounds surpasses the previous record of 488 pounds for a heavyweight title fight. You want to know who?
Who was it? No, I do not.
No.
I'm afraid we're going to have to.
259-pound Primo Canera defeated, then defended his title against 229-pound Paulino Uscadon in 1933.
Okay, that's great.
Remember that fight?
Oh, well, that's great.
Need some more salt?
We are really going to suspend you.
I'm going to go get him.
This is just ridiculous.
It's late and she's waiting, and I know I should go home, but every time I start to leave, they play another song, then someone buys another round, and wherever drinks are free, what made Milwaukee famous has made a loser out of me.
Imus in the morning.
In Connecticut.
Military takedown maggots, 8-person squad, gas masks, goggles, black jackets, and this beauty right here. Can anybody identify my little peacekeeper? Yes, soldier?
Sir, the private sees that the general displays the same weapon with which the private is armed, sir. The standard issue 5.5-pound, 9mm MP5 shoulder-fired submachine gun out of H&K Arms, Oberndorf, Germany, capable of discharging its entire 32-round magazine in less than 3 seconds, sir.
Familiar name?
The Child Snatcher, sir.
Precisely. God bless the crowds, boys. Now then, for further clarification of this outstanding mission, we are fortunate to have with us for debriefing purposes this morning a civilian who was there on scene just minutes after the operation went down. People, put your hands together for a noted veteran of combat coverage, the NBC News correspondent, Kerry Sanders. At ease, at ease. Reporter Sanders joins us via landline, lads. All right, Reporter Sanders, in your own words, tell us what you saw as these richly rewarding events unfolded the other day. I understand you were in your NBC command and control vehicle?
I ran out of the Winnebago, and as I came down the street, the vans were turning the corner because they came to the back of the house first.
Right.
As I got up to the front there, the agents were already storming in through the front door there with a tremendous show of force. And I think just about everybody has seen the pictures now of the 8 agents getting through that front door.
And a fine summary, Reporter Sanders. We can only envision the rest of the scenario. Must have been
I was standing back behind some television cameras that were getting these pictures as the female agent came out the front door, surrounded by the other agents, and took Elion and got him in the car and slammed the doors shut on either side of the van and began backing out.
A good point as you conclude, Reporter Sanders. The men and I thank you again
The only thing that really caught me off guard was the pepper spray that was not directed towards us, but nonetheless was
too bad,
wafting through the wind towards us and caused my eyes to get a little, irritated, but more importantly, my throat, I guess, was just really closed down because of the pepper spray.
All right, Reporter Sanders, thank you again for your participation in today's debriefing.
Then you saw the protesters, a few who'd been able to make it over the barricades and get up to the front door, but by and large, most of them had not reacted quickly. Then they came over the barricades and...
Yes, sir. My God, I hate a crybaby. Boys, mercifully, this concludes today's Gonzales Mission Review, in large part because, and you can sound off with me if you wish, there is nothing more annoying than a long-winded boob. Next time, let's hope it's Sanders who's on that inner tube. Thank you for your attention, boys. That is all.
This is WFAN in New York and Infinity Broadcasting Station. Time for the local news here with all that stuff. This is my friend Chuck McCoy. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, I-Man, the latest on Mayor Giuliani.
Jeff and WBC titles. With reports every 20 minutes, Rich Ackerman, WFAN 2020 Sports.
Catch Mets baseball all season long with Bob Murphy and Gary Cohen, exclusively on The Fan, Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
All across the country.
Lots to do. Good start to a Saturday morning radio program here to 1. Kyle Casey and Dave Bonzel. And Rich Ackerman's update is forthcoming. Stick with us.
The New York Knicks will take on Toronto in round 1. The Vince Carter-led Raptors giving the Knicks all sorts of matchup problems and winning 3 out of 4 from New York this season. Are the Knicks scared of Toronto? Here's Knick forward Larry Johnson.
That's a mental boost for us ourselves, to knowing that these guys are capable of doing big things.
Mental boost is a C. John Run book for you.
That would be sure. If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
That was the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange, sponsored by buyandhold.com, right in the middle of our conversation with Tony Cornette.
Oh, it's great that you have that piped in.
Everybody can invest for the long term.
Sure. And they can watch it go down 700 points in 2 days. You know what the stock market is like now? It's like betting on Oprah's dress size.
In the morning on the Fan, Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
The Fan, Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York, an Infinity broadcasting station. WFAN 2020 Sports.
Good morning at 11 o'clock. This is Rich Ackerman. The Yanks go for their third on WFAN, the flagship station for New York Mets baseball.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
Richard here with you on The Fan, and joining us now is Texas Governor and Republican presidential nominee George W. Bush. Got a serious question to ask you. I know you think it's sports and it's going to be light, but it's a pretty heavy question. Why can't the Texas Rangers ever beat the New York Yankees?
Man, it's in my mind. That's the question I was asking when I was an owner, and still asking as a fan. First of all, the Yankees got a great ball club. And Yankee Stadium just put the freeze on the team. The first time we ever got in the playoffs is the Rangers.
Some other stuff, so Warner's National Sports.
Yeah. The following is a paid commercial on C-SPAN.
Right, on C-SPAN at 8:05 in the morning. The last thing you would expect.
You're sitting there talking to Brian Lamb, you and Charles.
Yep.
Guy calls up.
Exactly. He
calls you bald-headed faggot.
Angry that the way we make fun of, I guess, the Clintons and the Gores or somebody. I thought it was Rick Kaplan for a second. And then he goes into, I'm a bald-headed faggot.
Well, as Brian Lamb sat there and took it and took it pretty well.
And
what did you say?
Brian Lamb says, your reaction? He called you a bald-headed faggot. Your reaction?
And your response?
The guy's a humorless, whiny bitch. Shut up. That's my reaction.
Is that what you said?
No, I wish I had, though.
Oh, okay. Well, why were you two on? They may be asking that even now.
It's inexplicable.
It was on their Washington Journal program, I-Man. Oh, I see. 2 hours, and they take phone calls from all around and asking questions about the I-Man and the program. Well, my brother claimed you got calls from all over the country. So. Yeah, as a matter of fact. From people calling you racist and. Well, there were a few of those. The racist stuff? Yeah, there were a few of those. Great. Asking about, You notice we make fun of everybody, of course. Oh, yeah. But they only complain when you make fun of certain races. Exactly. Right. Exactly. Absurd. Well, I wish I'd have seen this. I guess it went okay. Maybe you could give me a tape, huh? I don't think you need to.
Nah, you don't want that.
Imus in the morning.
Buddy, all right?
Fox Radio, WJUX-FM, Monticello to Fort Lee and beyond. Now, News
first with News Jersey, a service of New Jersey 101.
And here's Steak calling on the phone criticizing poor old Francesa and McEnroe.
Yeah. And then send something like these.
And then said, well, listen to this. Let's do number one, Lou, as long as we can stand it. Sports Talk 790, The Zone, tape number one, Hector Gonzalez.
Gentleman whose home was invaded Friday night. Hector Nuevo Gonzalez joins us right now on the Nextel Zone phone live from South Florida. Uncle Gonzalez, Hector, how are you?
Yes, hello to the listeners in Atlanta. These are very trying times, obviously, Steak, you know. Very, very difficult. This kid, we tried to give him the freedom, a better life in America. That's what his mother's dying wishes were. But now they're going to send him back to Cuba. You know, in Cuba, there's no YMCA, so she never learned the backstroke. If she had, we would not have the situation we have now.
Hector, you felt very close to this kid, didn't you?
I love him like a nephew. I mean, let's face it, he's a bastard, but I love this kid.
Oh,
and, you know...
What can you...
And Steak had the gall to involve himself in that. And it gets worse. Here's the second cut he sent.
Joining us from Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland, Elian Gonzalez. How are you, young man?
Hello. It's good to be on the radio with you. I would like to say to the people of America and to President Clinton to thank him, and especially that tall, lanky man who's very helpful in getting me free so I can see my father.
What gentleman is that? Lanky man?
John Reno.
That's
I mean, that's just sad. We're here to explain all that now. Live from Atlanta, where we'll be on May 19th, is the aforementioned Steak Shapiro. Good morning, Mr. Shapiro.
Oh, come on. No.
Baby.
Thanks for nothing.
That's good. That
Honest
is good
to
stuff.
God.
Got any bits about Tanya Harding or something?
That is good stuff.
God,
that is good stuff.
How humiliating.
Man, oh man.
You are
what's amazing is, as much as you guys did not want to have to laugh, you knew that you had to cut it off, because if you started yucking it up like you knew you were going to, it would have ruined your whole deal this morning.
Oh well, you're obviously
you are
deluded. You are on drugs.
Oh, crazy. Oh man.
This is weak.
Imus in the morning. Twin Cities Michael J. Fox, 5 foot.
Imus in the morning, 2020 sports. Let's go to the audio tape.
Well, it's been an ugly morning for Patrick McEnroe, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little rough.
Being attacked by not only that dimwit, Steak Shapiro, but also by my friend Mike Francesa and Russo.
Yeah.
And not getting a lot of support from me, unfortunately.
Wait a second, I meant Russo is dissing me too?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Chiming in. Yeah.
What was he saying?
Well, didn't you hear the tape?
Well, yeah, I heard it, but it didn't sound too bad from Russo, but maybe I'm just...
Well, he was chiming in.
He was
you have that tape, Lou?
Chirping in a little bit?
Yeah. Play it again.
I was in the car this morning listening to your fine program.
Yeah.
If McEnroe had dropped one more name, I was going to drive off a bridge.
Not hanging around with Pat O'Brien too much.
The only one he didn't meet this weekend was Clinton, okay?
There was Patrick McEnroe.
Patrick McEnroe, dog, is in Tennessee for Tennessee weekend. It's a big tennis promotion.
Yeah.
He threw, then he went to Agassi's surprise birthday party. Dog, he threw every name in tennis. He threw every name of anybody who ever lived in 3 minutes.
Wait, okay, Iman, here we go. What other names can I drop so Mike will spare us all and actually drive off a bridge?
How about Richard Simmons?
I'd be happy to drop a few more names for that to happen. Keep on driving. Imagine the splash that would make coming over the GW bridge.
By the way, party has an R in it, Mikey. A big party. Big party is what you sit your fat butt down on.
That will be fine. You leave my friend Francis alone, you bald-headed weasel.
And Iman, you weren't backing me up too much. And by the way, I mean, the way you were softballing Bud Selig there, I thought you were a pitcher at Coors Field in Denver.
I told him up front it wasn't going to be Mike Lupica or Tim McCarver.
That's right.
It was going to be an easy time for him. So
well, it sure
was. Tough questions here about baseball. Anyway, good morning, Mr. McEnroe.
Good morning, Mr. Iman. Let's continue with the baseball theme. John Rocker recorded his 6th save and as many opportunities this season as the Braves beat the Dodgers 2-1 with 2 outs in the bottom. And let me stress, bottom of the 9th inning, Rocker was facing Kevin Elster. With the count in 1-1, a fan bolted out of the right field stands, ran toward the mound, stopped in short right field, turned and dropped his trowel in Rocker's direction.
God.
The fan was escorted off the field. Kevin Melwood got his 3rd win of the season.
Was it Kevin Spacey? That would be fine.
For the Braves, pitching 7 scoreless innings. The Atlanta winning streak is now a franchise record 14 in a row. Here's Millwood.
You know, who's going to go out and win 14 games in a row? It doesn't really happen anymore. We're on a good roll.
Yeah, you know, we're just rolling.
That'll be fine.
Mets lose to San Francisco 10-3. Barry Bonds with his 11th homer of the season, and the Yankees win a pitcher's duel 2-1 over arch-rival Cleveland Indians. Typical Yankee pattern as Mendoza pitches 6 strong innings, solid middle relief from Stanton and Nelson, and save number 8 from Rivera. Yankee manager Joe Torre says, hey, this is baseball the way it should be.
It's unfortunate that somebody had to lose.
Yeah, real unfortunate. Just good it wasn't you. Baseball the way it should not be played, being played out regularly in Denver, where the Colorado Rockies blasted Montreal 15-8. Todd Helton hit 3 homers at Coors Field as balls continue to explode out of that stadium. The 2 teams combined for 10 home runs in the game, tying a Coors Field record, sure to be broken by the end of this week. Expo manager Felipe Alou says, that will be just all right.
I just don't want any pitcher to feel bad or any hitter to feel bad.
No, I don't want anyone to feel bad. It's all good. We can all get along. NBA playoffs continued last night, of course. I'll be saying that for the next 4 months or so. Philly closes out Charlotte 105-99. Iverson led the way with 26. Now, Iverson has been suffering a plethora of injuries all season. They continue in the playoffs. He's had an ankle chip fracture, a broken toe, and a sore elbow. This guy's a warrior, though, Iverson. He played 44 minutes last night. How does he do it?
I think it was just my heart. More so than anything, my adrenaline was pumping so hard. At one point, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, that's happened more than a few times this season.
Codeine pills.
Shut up. And Milwaukee and Indiana will play a Game 5 in Thursday to decide their best-of-5 first-round series. And I'm Patrick McEnroe for Imus in the Morning Sports.
And the Lakers roll tonight, right, Lou?
You're lost. All I can say about the Lakers is tomorrow morning, woof, 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 Lou.
Okay, we'll see.
That's right.
Somebody will be paying.
If the Lakers win tonight, Lou has to wear my hat, my cowboy hat, and bark like a dog. And if they lose, I have to contribute $5,000 to any charity of Lou's choice and wear one of his stupid T-shirts.
Get me coffee.
And get your coffee. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a deal.
Good.
4 minutes till the hour.
Imus in the morning. It's the WheelOfFortune.com sweepstakes powered by Earthlink.
With over $1 million in prizes.
Just watch.
It revives your being and makes you feel good all over.
It's not a misdemeanor. It's really sort of silly to take out your little wiener and wave it round all willy-nilly.
In the wake of the success of Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues comes an exciting new theatrical work from the male perspective.
No, that's not a roll of lifesavers in my pocket, but I am happy to see you.
Bill Clinton's The Scrotum Soliloquies.
My Johnson's name is Dickie Bird, and he wants to rub all up in your nest.
Ben Bradley of the New York Times says Bill Clinton's penis is a joy to behold. Never before have I thrilled to such a long, hard look at manhood. I'm still trembling. I needed a cigarette when it was over.
My penis is my most trusted and valued friend. I can take him out and talk to him about almost anything. He's my own little meat puppet. Want to see him? Hey, little Willie, say hi to the nice people.
Hey, everybody. Do you like my little pink hat?
John Simon of New York Magazine says so many times a playwright feels he has to shove his point of view down your throat. Well, this is one time I really didn't mind.
Whoa, look at that fine little piece of tail in the third row. I think there's standing room only in my pants right now. Wouldn't you say so, little Willie?
I think it's time for us to play doctor. I'm going to go check out her tonsils. Say
Clive Barnes of the New York...
Only 15 seconds from that point.
Well, that is brutal.
Oh, man. You're brutal.
How did you let that get out of the production studio yesterday?
I liked it.
Oh, well,
I liked Little Willie.
Well, I bet you did. Who played the part of the talking penis, by the way?
Well...
You should have.
Well, who did, Charles?
Rob.
Rob was the talking penis when we had Larry there?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Larry would have been a much better talking penis.
Well, we didn't think of that, high man.
Oh, well, thank God I'll be back to it tomorrow.
We'll have the real talking penis live in studio.
Why don't you grow hair?
Yeah, why don't you iron your face?
17 after the hour.
I finally decided to name the dog after my beloved uncle who died earlier this year. I'm going to call the dog Buddy.
We have that tape of Russet breaking into regular programming yesterday, like as though there'd been Gulf War II. Right. Do we have that tape? Roll it if we can.
Yeah.
Well, Mary, here we go. I believe that the name of the dog is Luke, L-U-K-E, which happens to be the name of my son. It is a very tightly guarded secret. Only 3 people at the White House know. Right. But through a series of questions, I believe that the name of the dog is Luke.
Oh, God, that's enough. Just stop it. Just stop it now.
Stop it. Stop the
God almighty.
He's going to make his kid change his name now.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Does that thing go on longer?
Yes, it does.
It goes on longer?
It does, yeah. That's like his Jeopardy appearance. He doesn't get anything right.
When looking for a new car, I found I could shop on the internet.
Not too many years ago, when dreams weren't coming true, I'd reach for inspiration. Sometimes it would be you. I'd hear you on the radio.
Hello.
I sure didn't like your sound. Say it's good to know there's still a few country boys around.
You've got your fault.
One more name, I was going to drive off a bridge.
Hang around with Pat O'Brien too much.
The only one he didn't meet this weekend was Clinton, okay? In 3 minutes, he name-dropped 50 people.
I didn't know that. Talked about name-dropping.
Talk about a Mac attack.
I mean, all Francesa can talk about is his friend, Bill Parcells.
And how much he knows Bill Parcells' mama. Oh, I know your mama, Parcells. How's she doing, Bill?
With Bill.
Oh, I love that woman, man. I love her, Bill.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
I mean, I've even hit tennis balls with Russo.
Oh, well, that's you got to get. Have Greg get the tape.
Guess where I'll be hitting the next balls when I see Russo?
In his chin.
Between the eyes. You think it'd be real tough to find out a spot to hit on Francesa, wouldn't it?
Oh, there you go. That's the spirit. Now you're getting better. Way to go, Pat. Yeah.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
The only guy playing, according to Lou's analysis of the situation, is Kobe Bryant.
That's it.
Everybody else is standing around watching him play.
Yep, I think he's frustrated.
I mean, he's got to say, hey, what's going on here?
What the dilly-yos?
But, I mean, the Lakers have got to get serious about this.
I would think it's time.
Get a helmet on. The game has started.
Yeah.
It's 2-2.
They want to go on vacation.
Regular season has not meant anything now.
San Antonio and Phoenix. Phoenix won that one.
Mm-hmm.
So... Well, you know, this is a good test for the Lakers, though. I think let's get this out of the way in the first series.
They get out of this, they're going to roll.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Can rationalize.
So they get out. Well, what do I have left? What device do I have left?
They were supposed to roll over Sacramento.
Guess what's going to happen?
Don't believe the hype.
I'm going to come in here and roll over you.
The playoffs are a different animal, and they can't get past the Jazz that easily. That's
you know what? You sound like Steak Shapiro.
Cha-cha?
Different animal.
What is the matchup now? It's 2-2 in the first round.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be home doing yoga, relaxing, getting ready for the next series.
No, they need this test. Don't you think, Charles?
But the sports doctor, 3 and out, goodbye.
They are not invincible.
Goodbye.
What did Francesa say?
Goodbye. Well, listen.
Let me hear it.
A lot of people down are making a big deal that the Lakers got a bad matchup getting Sacramento instead of getting Seattle. That they would just beat up on Seattle, and now Sacramento knows how to play them because they've played them close in the regular season. Forget it. 3 games, goodbye.
Okay.
Dismissed.
Well,
Huh. Oh, yeah, absolutely dismissive.
Sure. It's 2-2 now, fatso.
Mhm.
Right. Thanks for screwing the I-Man.
Showtime is blow time.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, T-C-A-P-T-C-B. Imus in the morning.
When it comes to investing in the stock market, buyandhold.com encourages you to buy stocks in good companies and hold on to them for the long term. Educate yourself about the benefits of
From White Plains.
Nice to hear from you, Bill.
Hey, what happened to your Lakers?
Well,
Excuse me, my throat's stuck.
yeah.
Reminded me of your trip to Cleveland. Their stay in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Not too successful,
Well,
and everyone hated you.
well,
Hey, what are you having this Pat O'Brien be your NBA playoff reporter?
well, I'm not sure.
He knows nothing about sports.
Believe me, we're learning that painfully.
Ask him about Jennifer Lopez's new lip gloss. Not the NBA.
Very good point.
What did he used to say? The road to the Final Four rolls on?
Yeah.
How about his hairs roll to the back of his head rolls on?
Bill, that's a little cold, don't you think?
You should get Mike Breen to do it. He knows the NBA.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
He must be on the longest road trip ever. How come he's not on the show anymore?
Well, he quit.
He what?
He resigned.
Boy, nice career move from Breen.
Well,
You never hear of him anymore.
I know. We just had Marv Albert on, as a matter of fact.
He was hitting on the male interns around here.
Hey, Breen, his career will get a big boost when he does synchronized swimming for the Olympics. Hey, it's great to see you and Charles and Warner on TV at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like the Crosby, Stills, and Nash of radio. You played a role of Crosby, I mean.
I know.
For two reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, you could both lose a few pounds.
Yeah.
And number two, you both recently had a child with a woman who doesn't love you.
That is not true. I don't need to. I weigh 168 pounds. I don't need to lose any weight.
Oh, yeah, sure, I mean. Hey, I heard Warner talking about Martina Navratilova coming out of retirement.
Right.
A lot of people wish you would do that. Actually, a lot of people wish you would go into retirement.
It's a little cold, Bill.
It's great to see Warner.
Bill, are we getting to the end here?
Almost, I mean.
Finally.
It's great to see Warner keeping up on the current sports scene.
Yeah?
You know, he didn't vote for Shaq for MVP.
Oh, he didn't.
He voted for George Mikan. Hey, did Dana Tyler drop that lawsuit against him?
No, she didn't have any lawsuit against him.
You know, you have a few drinks, you never know what you'll say to a woman. But he should have never offered her that cocaine.
No, he didn't offer any cocaine.
You mean he was going to give it to her for free?
No. No, there wasn't any drugs involved, Bill.
Oh, I must be mistaken with another Warner Wolf then. Hey, that other guy that does sports, Patrick McEnroe?
Yeah.
He likes to drop names, huh?
Well,
he drops names like he used to drop sets.
That's not good.
That's really cold.
That's really cold.
Man.
Good talking to you, Imus.
Nice talking to you, Bill.
Imus in the morning, 2020 Sports. You want scores? You want scores? You can't handle scores. Here's Warner Wolf.
Good morning, Warner.
Good morning. Thank you, I-Man. Kings win. Kings win. The Lakers once up 2-0, lose to the Kings 101-88. The series tied 2-2. As Edward G. Robinson said, can this be the end of Rico? Here's Lakers coach Phil Jackson on last night's game.
They failed. Not the jury's out. They failed dramatically in this first test.
They.
There we go.
That's how it's.
How about you, Coach? You didn't prepare them.
C-O-A-C-H.
Yoga.
Whoa.
Zen.
The Shack missed 12 out of 22 from the field, 7 out of 12 from the foul line. Kobe made only 13 out of 30. The big difference, the Kings bench outscored the Lakers bench 42-8.
Wow.
Here's Kobe on Game 5.
We have a big game on Friday. A pressure situation. That's what you live for as a basketball player.
Yeah, like you really wanted to see a Game 5.
With the Kings.
Come on, come on,
Keep
Kobe.
it real, brother.
Oh. Blazers eliminated the
going
Wolves.
What? They could be going down.
Shut up.
No.
They could be.
They are not going down. I will guarantee Friday night.
That will be one of the biggest chokes
Wait a
in
second.
sports
Wait a
history.
minute. What did you
You
say?
will guarantee?
I will guarantee Friday night.
There you go.
I'll absolutely guarantee
What are you,
Friday night.
what are you
That's
willing
it.
to lose this time?
Yeah, how far do you have to go this time?
Let alone the humiliation of backing them the whole season, and then they go down in the first round to the number 8 seed.
As Lou said all season long, would happen.
I heard every sportscaster here, Iman's Lakers, Iman's Lakers, Iman's Lakers.
No.
No, this is not
I don't
good.
think you want to guarantee. You just want to live with the humiliation if they lose.
You wear a bra and bark like a dog if they lose. That would be backing it up. Unless you're not confident. In that case,
Yeah, because he's not confident.
let's skip the guarantee.
Yeah, we can't guarantee.
I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to.
But they're not going to lose, so don't worry
Well,
about
fine. I am not going to rely on a bunch of malcontent rap nitwits. I'm just not gonna. I got screwed now. I'm sitting in a VH1 T-shirt. Cost me $5,000.
Maybe we should ask Francesca to see what'll happen.
So you're not going to guarantee it.
Why? What did Francesca say about this series? Do we happen to have that on tape?
Yeah, we might.
A lot of people down are making a big deal that the Lakers got a bad matchup getting Sacramento instead of getting Seattle. That they would just beat up on Seattle, and now Sacramento knows how to play them because they've played them close in the regular season. Forget it. 3 games, goodbye.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's it.
Doctor. Goodbye to you.
That's right. Goodbye, Lakers.
I want you to say goodbye to IHOP. Unbelievable. Ugh.
Yo, mic check.
Woo!
Testing. 1, 2, 12. What up?
Imus in the morning.
I'm here at the DSL Institute with Professor Fritz Fromberg.
Behind this two-way mirror.
Now, you are going somewhere with reports every 20 minutes. This is John Minko, WFAN 20 Sports.
The 50,000-watt clear channel voice of Imus in the morning and sports all day is The Fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
Our company's made a lot of...
At this time, the Howard Stern Radio Network leaves the airwaves for technical adjustments.
At 92.3 megahertz. This is K-Rock.
Shut it. I mean, they are Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, nobody. There's not that many calls. So then the people at the desk, they tell me the manager gave them the... So, you know, I don't know if it's... And the reason here's a lesson. If you're a local radio station, don't put me in a crummy, gut-sucking, cheesy hotel that's gonna pull stuff like this.
Barfing.
And make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen. I mean, it just... And Chernoff, by the way, the program director here at this radio station, should have known better as well. We've had this stuff happen. Now, Chernoff claims that he told them not to do anything after I had already told the operator in the afternoon as soon as I got there. So then they changed shifts, and they tell me that they didn't get any message. Then later on, the manager of the hotel, she decides to block all of these. Oh, well, you know. So I feel bad about the people several hundred people showed up for the remote, but I mean...
Well, they get the Hells Angels to come in and take care of security, so don't worry about that.
No, but I mean, I'm going to put up with it. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, Charles, and Rob, and Larry, but...
You didn't inconvenience, Well,
I mean, it's a principle here.
There's no inconvenience.
What is more important? My wife and the little redheaded dummy, or this thing? Well, it's not even a contest. It's not even a contest. It's not even to just talk about it. So, And by the way, it fundamentally, it's the principle. So,
if nothing else.
If nothing else. Here's Chuck with the news.
Hi, man. How do you feel?
Well, I'm just so tired, it could really get ugly. I can't think of the manager's name.
Actually, it's probably good because you're probably too tired for it to really get to where it could go.
I walk out of the hotel. Brand gets there at 3:30 this morning, so I'm waiting for him, watching this hockey game. For God's sake! Can you believe that I had a hockey game on?
Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, the 7-hour game.
Yeah.
5 overtimes.
Here from the ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico, outside of Santa Fe, in Rivera, New Mexico, is my brother Fred Imus, sponsored by Jeep. Good morning, Fred.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm fine.
I didn't have any trouble getting through. They put me right through.
Well, you didn't call a hotel in Scranton, did you?
No.
Well, you wouldn't have got through if you did.
They wouldn't put Deirdre through. Do you believe that?
No, I don't, actually. I mean, yeah, I do believe it, but I mean, it's absurd. You just lose patience after a while, you know?
Well, yeah, you do.
You know, the older you get, I find, the less patience you have with situations like that.
Oh, I was worse when I was younger. God, I was far worse.
You're getting a lot worse.
I've mellowed now.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, you did the right thing anyway.
Well, here I am.
I was a little surprised. I thought, man, that radio station up there made the set look just like the one at MSNBC. I had to listen. I couldn't figure, you know, I just got up and I kind of figured I had to sort things out for a while, you know?
Yeah. Well, they wanted him to feel at home, so they duplicated it.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I said, man, they really did a great job. You know, it's just like the studio in New York.
Almost exactly.
Yeah.
Could be a carbon copy, couldn't it?
Even with the WFAN thing on the microphones.
Man,
that's pretty good for another radio station to put another radio station's call letters on the microphone.
They're WARM 590, not WFAN 660.
But they're detail-oriented. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, I started looking for my glasses. Thought I was reading it wrong. Well, I don't know.
The only guy who I feel a little remorse for is is Bob Cordero, because he's a sponsor and he doesn't know. The radio station had a responsibility to see that stuff like this doesn't happen. I mean, I am famous. I mean, we have to deal with that.
Well, you're the I-Man.
Yeah, so I mean, I am the I-Man.
You're
I
mean,
so people are going to call and they're going to
call, want to talk to the I-Man.
It's going to be crank calls, it's going to be stuff like that. But it's very easy to tell. Believe me, when a woman calls and it's my wife and she doesn't sound like an idiot.
Yeah, but it still only requires a call to your room.
Or even if let's just say she was drunk.
Absolutely.
Say she was drunk. A nut.
Just a call to the room.
Call the room and say, by the way, there's some woman on the phone claims to be your wife.
Would you want to try? And as you said, you take the call, and if it's not, you hang up.
What if something had happened to her or Wyatt, and they'd done this? And they had no way of knowing that, by the way. Well, then, I'd be in jail.
Certainly.
Why would you be in jail?
Because Charles had to keep me from shooting out stuff in the lobby anyway.
Yeah, I said, well, no, I'm not going to put up with that. You can't do that.
Another thing, of course, I realized...
They wouldn't be getting a virgin if you were in jail.
No, they wouldn't, Fred. Another thing I realized a little bit too late is they don't have a license to carry a gun in Pennsylvania. This is a little fact I overlooked.
Oh, well, that's a minor detail, man.
Well, I'm not in Pennsylvania now, I'm back in New York where I do have a license.
Well, thank you. I think you can carry it as long as it's concealed, stuffed under an undercoat or something. I think you're all right. Well.
What's his name?
It's Greg.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Don.
How are you?
Well, we're very disappointed that you couldn't be here this morning.
Well.
What's that all about? I mean, what happened to the show must go on?
The show doesn't go on when you put me in a snail gut sucking cheesy hotel.
The show is going on,
that lies to me and treats my wife like some chump listener on the phone. I'm not going to put up with it. So that's what happened.
If there was a 5-minute inconvenience during your stay there, shouldn't you?
Oh, kiss my ass! That's what you can do.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young monsieur and madame have rung the chapel.
Oh, Bernard, don't put some punk program director on the phone with me that's going to cop an attitude. Because I will get back in a limo and go down there and kick his ass. Do you understand me?
That ends now.
You deal with that.
That's over.
No, I'm angry with you. Don't put some punk on the phone with me. Do you understand me?
You got it.
I mean, that's outrageous. Think about a 5-minute inconvenience. Who the hell does he think he's talking to? Get him back on the phone so I can talk to him off there, will you?
Absolutely.
Well, a redneck nerd in a bowling shirt was a guzzling Lone Star beer, talking religion and politics for all the world to hear. They ought to send you back to Russia, boy, or New York City one. You just want to doodle a Christian girl and you kill God's only son.
Imus in the morning.
Financial strength in a financial... Where did he think that was going to get him?
Well, that's what I said. Why make that call?
And then he's polite on the phone beforehand. He gets on the air, and all of a sudden he...
Cops an attitude. Well, you know, oh well. It's 21 minutes after the hour here in the Imus Morning program. And have we done any news, anything?
No.
What's going on?
Investigators in the Philippines, man, are saying they think they know who...
Nuh-uh. They ain't getting to.
No, this yuppie nitwit. Yeah, it's odd, you know, outrageous. So, well, Larry went home. He's wasted, right?
He was beat up.
He was up very late.
Yeah, because he was probably up anyway. If you know what I'm saying.
We had a conference, in fact, in the hallway.
We were all shirtless and in our boxers in the hallway.
In their boxer shorts, and I'm there. I pulled my blue jeans on, but we're all standing around there.
Well, what was the conference about? What to do with me?
What was happening?
Oh.
And just trying to find out what the drill was. You know, what we were going to do.
All right.
That's all. And that's at the time when the aforementioned individual said he was going to knock on everybody's doors, and we dissuaded him against that.
Well, at one point, Larry knocked on my door.
Yes, I know.
What did he want?
He just wanted to see what was going on.
Oh.
That was before I knocked on your door and was admitted into the inner sanctum of the I-Man, actually.
Yeah.
If you had anything left in your liquor cabinet, we wanted to raid it.
Except, the point is, in this one instance, I was right. So, I mean, I could have acquiesced and let him get by with this, but
no,
they're not going to treat me like this. They're certainly not going to treat Deirdre like this, and they're not going to treat any other guests there like this.
No, principle is and was on your side.
The highway or the highway, baby.
So there you go.
Is Fred still with us?
Yes, he is.
I'm sorry, Fred.
I'm just listening.
Any more lambs born?
Oh, not yet.
Any more calves born?
Not yet.
We took Deirdre's horse down to get it bred.
Yes, and then
a big switch.
Sure.
Ain't no thing.
No. She's been
actually Deirdre's horse has some pretty good bloodlines.
You know, here's a message I have, by the way, for Tom Kostelecki, Fred, and the people at Denpack in Denver.
Yeah.
That what happened in Scranton is just a mild...
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Tip of the iceberg.
Because...
Tip of the iceberg.
I can be in front of Denpack headquarters in Denver with this program and MSNBC and Bernard with a bullhorn.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Satellite truck, the whole deal. That's easy.
That could happen just so quick that it would make your head spin.
It could happen in 24 hours. I mean,
yes, it could.
Bang, like that. Sure.
I think that'll all work itself out, by the way.
Hey, you know what's really great with Executive Jet, by the way?
What?
Well, I called them last night, you know. I said, can you get me a plane down here so I can get out of here? You know?
Yep.
And they finally had one. They could have been there at 3:30. So, but
really? Yeah.
But none of you guys wanted to go at 3:30, and Brant was already there with the
limo.
So I just figured, well, I'll just take that. And
it's not a very long drive, is it?
No, it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We missed you on the plane, though, Chief.
Particularly after this affair.
You have a sports lock for Jeep, Fred?
Oh, well, of course I used to win tonight.
Oh, that will never happen.
You're out of your mind, but...
Yeah. Because according to Mike Francesa, Patrick McEnroe, and Lou Ruffino, and others,
10-5.
Anybody with sense.
The NBA and NBC is not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So, in effect, the game is fixed.
Oh, well, then I don't think that's the case.
Well, the refs are not going to make the calls.
Yeah, but they tend to let them play in these playoff games anyway, and they don't make a lot of calls anyway.
They did in Sacramento.
Well, if that's the case, then they should shut basketball down today. I mean, there's no reason for them to play these games.
It ain't about the sport. It's about ratings.
Yeah. It's about money.
They want Ahmad Rashad down there interviewing Jack Nicholson, not in the sidelines in Portland or something like that.
All about the Benjamins, baby.
I mean, if it's not about the game, then they should just stop today.
It hasn't been
play this game.
It hasn't been about the game since Bob Cousy played.
You're just foolish.
About the game.
About the game? Where have you been?
Well, no, but I mean,
you're out there in that ranch.
I don't watch a lot of these games.
Well, okay, it's not about it isn't about the game.
About the gain.
Well, it's a sad statement, actually, if that's the case.
Well, it is the case. You need to wake up.
I'm not down there with Ice Cube.
It's about the Benjamins, just like Chuck said.
Exactly.
About the Benjamins.
Huh. That's too bad.
Yeah, it is, but there you go.
And they have so many of these playoff games. I mean, they just go on and on and on.
Well, if you're going to pick something, pick the Lakers.
I'm picking the Kings. I like that organization. Isn't it the Kings and them two brothers on that team?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I think they got a good organization up there, actually.
Name two players.
Name one player.
And they haven't won in 25 years.
Name one player on the Kings team.
Johnny King.
Larry King.
You really are just... I'm telling you. You're unbelievable.
King Curtis.
I know all the players. I just can't think of their names right this minute.
You can't name one player. So.
All right. That guy that has a name you can't pronounce. What's that guy's name?
Well, we can't pronounce it. All right. Well, hey, listen. Yeah. I have got a great book for you.
Really?
Oh, man, I mean a great book.
Fabulous book, really.
Deers and Rears?
No. The Special Prisoner, Jim Lair, Random House. Jim Lair, the Special Prisoner. Now,
is he the guy that wrote
White Widow?
The same guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, you know, that was one of the best books I ever read.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple book, simple story, but a great book.
This is better.
If this is anything like that book...
It's actually better.
This is better, and I'll tell you why. It has a better plot twist in it at about... Well, you won't believe
I don't even want to... I don't even know what... Don't even tell me about where it comes, so I don't even want to be anticipating it.
Okay.
Don't tell me where it comes. Don't tell me the page number.
It's about a guy, Fred, a former B-29 pilot from the World War II.
Uh-huh.
And he was shot down when he was 19 years old and taken captive by the Japanese.
And you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245, kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. And everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad Imus in the morning.
It's called My...
South Rattle Sports with Warner Wolf. Welcome, Warner. Nice to see you. Good to have you. Very kind of you to stop by. A pleasure.
Yes.
Thanks again. Thanks for coming by.
That'll be fine, David. Good morning, Warner.
Good morning. Thank you, I-Man. That intro eats up half the sportscast.
Eat this.
This just in.
Wait a minute.
This just...
What the hell was that?
This just in. The Lackawanna Hotel in Scranton, Pennsylvania has just announced they will house the entire Long Island Ducks baseball team. Remember that horse Trippy I picked in the Derby?
Yeah.
Second at the quarter pole. Second at the half mile. Second at the 3/4. Second at the mile going into the stretch.
And
11th at the finish.
That's right.
Oh,
the explanation, the horse was told it was a mile race. NBA playoffs, all three favorites win. The Heat by 4, Lakers by 28, and the Blazers by 19. The only close game in the first round, the Heat beat the Knicks 87-83. The Knicks went the last 5.5 minutes of the game without scoring a basket. Down by 2, just 26 seconds left. Knicks coach Jeff Van Gundy let the clock run down, hoping the Heat would miss. Instead of fouling the Heat to stop the clock, the strategy backfired when Alonzo Mourning hit with 5 seconds left. After the game, Van Gundy was asked about his unusual strategy.
That's just what I believe. I don't know what you... I mean, what do you mean specifically?
We're up 2.
Right.
If they milk the entire 24 seconds.
No, I know what you said, but I mean, that's just my decision. That's my decision. That's, I don't... Obviously, it didn't work.
A little upset, Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah.
What is he whispering for?
I don't know.
What are you wearing?
Alonzo hit the winner. The Lakers pulled away from the Suns in the second half, beat Phoenix 105-77. 37 for the Shaq, 25 for Kobe. After the game, the Shaq.
I think I got too much rest last night. I don't usually go to bed before 12, but I went to bed about 11. So I think I got too much rest. And I felt kind of sluggish there, but I picked it up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Got to go to bed later, Shaq.
How many cartoons can you watch?
Here's what I don't understand. Hey, honey.
Yes?
Now, see, we're able to get my wife on Brant's phone, but not her phone.
I told you this always happens.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, quick, before something happens, what are the rocks for?
To prevent positive energy going down the toilet and to keep negative energy from coming up.
Just don't flush.
Well, what kind of, without going into a lot of gruesome detail, what kind of negative energy would be coming out of there, and why? I haven't noticed anything, have you?
Well, I noticed that's where you and Wyatt always fight. In front of the toilet there.
So weird.
Fighting over the last diaper.
Did you know, it's interesting, Wyatt actually likes, I told him what his little stone was next to his toilet.
Yeah.
His little potty. And he likes it.
Man, this kid is just this poor thing. It's just this is
You know what he did to me this morning?
No.
This is unbelievable. I mean, we know he's opinionated, but so I'm rushing to get out of there. Of course, always,
Yeah.
And he tells me I have this blouse on. He tells me, no, Mommy, take that off. Ugh, no, I don't like that. And he was so adamant that he was going to cause a scene. He started to cause a scene. I just thought it's better if I just changed my blouse and put something else on. So then I said, well, what, you don't like this? He said, no, I don't like that at all. I said, what do you want me to wear? He says, T-shirt and jeans.
No.
So what do you think that's all about?
Well, here's the thing that I'm kind of concerned about is you don't say anything to him when he grabs your boobs, and you do when I do.
No. Oh, hey, shut up. Good Lord.
I'll call you later, honey.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, she doesn't.
Well, I don't.
Well, he was grabbing them yesterday.
That's fine.
He was going booby, and he'd grab them both.
Okay. This is more than any of us needs to know.
And they're very nice ones, too, by the way. He agrees.
Well, she's a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But let's move
he's
on.
He's able to do it with impunity, and I'm not. Have your hands off you, son of a bitch. Warner continues.
The Blazers leading the Jazz by only 4 going into the fourth quarter, outscored the aging Jazz 29-14. They win it 94-75. Pippen had 20. Tonight, the Pacers and 76ers in Game 2. Last week, during halftime, 76ers Matt Geiger was interviewed by TNT's Reggie Theus.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. Hey, Matt, I know you shave your head before every game. You must have had an extra good shave this morning.
Yeah, I really felt good out there tonight.
All right, man, you get some hair in your hair because all that sweat's getting on my mic. All right, Dick, let's go.
There's an incisive interview. That's what we want to hear, right?
Bang, bang.
The problem with having these former athletes interview these players is it's all this inside information. They're all friends.
That's right.
Yeah. And we
don't know what they're
you're
talking
left out
about.
of the loop. We're left out of it.
Yeah.
None of them are any good, or few of them are any good. And it's tedious.
Yeah.
And we're just
troubling.
Let's stick with Marv Albert. Let's stick with him.
Right.
And by the way, you notice they have Marv Albert and that little weasel Fratello working together again?
Yeah.
That's not a good idea, is it?
Well, that's how the trouble started.
Was that how the trouble started?
Yep.
Well,
he was a bad influence.
He was a horrible influence on Marv.
That's when it all started coming down.
That's when it unraveled, and then next thing you know, Marv's biting on his baby. We don't need that.
No, we don't.
And Marv agrees, and we've overcome that, but apparently. But So
he could stray.
But we just don't need. I just thought that was
setting up those circumstances again.
Yeah, it's like being a drunk. I mean, like I am. I mean, I don't go into bars.
Yeah.
You just stay away from the bars. That's all.
Right.
So,
change of places and change of paces.
People, places, and things, baby.
That's it, baby.
Be hanging out that little freak, right, Warner? Well, let's keep Warner out of this.
Wearing a leather mask.
Yeah. So, it's 11 minutes till the hour. Do you have any rocks in front of your...
No, no rocks, no stones. No.
Oh, well.
No toilet stones.
Like my brother and I were talking about, my wife designed us the inside and outside of, well, she designed the ranch. There's 17 buildings out there. But she tried things and did things so that if you ever visit there, that you wouldn't, nobody would think of. You would think, why would somebody do that? So I'm always open to these various, like we moved a bed at the apartment so that I'm not sleeping under this beam.
Was it going to fall in on you or something?
Well, I don't know. I never know. Except, I'll tell you now, this is the truth.
Well, don't you ask what the... I mean, I would like to know what...
I trust her.
Yeah, but I mean, I would just
Well, I do ask, but...
I would be curious.
Usually she's busy and doesn't...
Oh, okay.
Well, about half the time she doesn't answer me. And the other half, it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Because she's busy. She's busy. She's got stuff to do. She doesn't need to be answering idiotic questions about beams.
Yeah.
But here's what I've noticed. I've noticed that lately, the alarm wakes me up as opposed to having not done that for 20 years. I'd always wake up before that. I sleep much better now than I used to sleep.
Although there is a suggestion that if the alarm wakes you up, that's an indication that you have not had sufficient sleep, or else you would wake up naturally.
No, it's not the case at all, you four-eyed weasel.
Hey, that's just...
I went to sleep early.
That's just purely what, what sleep deprivation studies show.
Well, no, but I mean, we're getting up we're in violation of our biological clocks.
What was that all about?
Well, no,
I'm just making an observation based on sleep deprivation studies.
No, we get up at 4:30 in the morning. No, we're not getting up at 6.
I understand that.
You wake up all night because because your bed's facing the wrong way. You don't have rocks there.
I don't wake up all night. I don't have rocks.
Well,
I wake up to go tinkle one time, maybe.
You're a wreck.
That's ridiculous.
You're a nut. You're a wreck. I'm not. I'm refreshed, thanks to Deirdre. I'm refreshed.
I wake up slightly before the alarm. Most mornings. Ready to go. Ready to go.
I get to grab her boobs is when she's asleep before I leave.
No.
Just give him a good twist.
This is... Oh.
Well, why should Wyatt be allowed to do that? And I may not. I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, it's a mother-child bonding thing. It's not some freak, for crying out loud, wandering around, glomming on to...
Well, no, he plays them like they're a video game. What are you talking about?
Fine. It's his mother.
I understand that.
Keep your hands off of her.
It's 8 minutes till the hour. I'm sorry, Warner. We had to degenerate into discussions of my wife's anatomy and the rocks in front of the toilet, but that's what happened.
National Hockey League, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who lost to the Devils yesterday, trail 3-2.
We're way out of time. We missed a set last hour.
Darn it.
We have 2 sets left this hour.
And finally...
Well, I was just going to finish.
What is it?
I'm in. My time.
Oh, no, what is it? No, now you've...
Well, here's the deal.
Now you've left it.
The Leafs have accused the Devils center, Jason Arnott, of biting his own lip so he would bleed after he was high-sticked by a Leafs player in the third period. You see, for drawing blood, a player gets 4 minutes in the penalty box
worst penalty.
rather than 2. So the Leafs are saying the Devil players are biting themselves so they'll bleed.
To draw the major.
That's what hockey's come to.
There you go.
That's that was Marv's downfall. Wasn't it?
Well,
that's exactly that's where that led.
Kind of the same thing. Yeah.
So there's great symmetry to this particular sportscast in our discussions here this morning.
We've obtained closure here.
Yes, we have.
Imus in the morning.
All right.
10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, there was someone killed neath the town hall light. There were few at the scene, but they all agreed that the slayer who ran looked a lot like night. Imus in the morning.
Now, let's...
You've never read a Mary Higgins Clark book?
I have never read a Mary Higgins Clark book.
What's the last book you did read?
Right now I'm in the middle of a Clive Cussler book.
Oh, okay.
Dirk Pitt mysteries.
Never read one of those either.
They're excellent.
Okay.
Hey, are those eye hats on sale yet?
I don't think so.
Whatever happened to the flag that flew over Fort McHenry hat that you were working on?
Oh, well, we still have those. They're available. I don't know if we ever did those or not.
No.
I never saw them in the catalogs.
I don't think we did.
That's a great idea.
And I think you should revisit that one.
Well, what do you do?
I used to be director of manufacturing and service for a company building infrared analyzers, but we were bought out and they moved everything to Texas, so right now I'm kind of consulting.
In other words, you're looking for a job?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Okay. Well, you're going to have time to read this book then, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm going to send it to you.
Excellent.
Get off my phone.
Thank you.
All right, here's Nita. That's the way you pronounce it?
That's right, Imus.
From Oak Island, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever read a Mary Higgins Clark book?
I have never read a Mary Higgins Clark book.
You ever read any book?
Well, I sure have. I've read John Grisham and Mishler and a few books.
Oh.
I've been busy working for the last quite a few years.
Okay. What's the last book you did read? A Grisham book?
Grisham,
So this is right up your alley.
It should be, yes. And I also love the mysteries on A&E.
Oh, well then. Listen,
Agatha Christie.
I can't believe you've never read a Mary Higgins Clark book.
I can't either.
I'm going to send you one.
I do appreciate it, Mr. Imus.
Get off my phone.
Okay, have a good day.
Hang on, don't hang up. I got to get your address where your trailer is. Send this book down there.
That's just lovely.
The jerk. Yeah. Well, I don't think that woman's a jerk.
No, I think he's referring to you.
You. Oh. Well, easy to get rid of those, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Those are gone.
What else going on, Chuck? Anything?
Damned if I know, man. Well, yes, there are a couple of things. The pilot...
15 rebounds, 9 in the first quarter. That is unacceptable.
And PJ really was the key for the rest of the Heat doing what they were doing. You would talk about Mashburn and Alonzo Mourning. Anyway, that's a wrap on today. Our thanks to Dr. Jack Ramsey, Fast Eddie's Kazari, davening Dover across the way. Minko, the updates, you the fans. Till tomorrow, Sweater and the Schmoozer. It is bye-bye, so long, and...
Farewell, Michael, on that family yard.
An Infinity Broadcasting Station. WFAN 2020 Sports.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock. This is John Minko.
Sports Radio 66 WFAN. They're talking sports, going at it as hard as they can. It's like in the Mad Dog on the Fan. Nothing can get by 'em. Turn it on and try 'em. Mike is a Mad Dog.
Mike and the Mad Dog Radio program on the 8th day of May. On a Monday in New York, the year 2000. Nice to have with us talking about the world of sports. Busy show today indeed. With Joan Chin and Chris Collin here. Brendan Malone, Nick Assistant later on. 718-937-6666. That's your two-way sports talk telephone number. Good afternoon, Mike, and how are you?
I'm fine, though.
I must admit, I thought that the Knicks would get a stranglehold of this series quickly. I thought they'd win that first game.
It's Fan Highway Patrol.
Imus in the morning, 2020 Sports rolls on.
It is 11 minutes till the hour, and it's time for sports. And here with that is Patrick McEnroe. Good morning, Mr. McEnroe.
Good morning, Mr. Imus. Indiana Pacers take a 2-0 lead over the Philadelphia Sixers last night with a 103-97 win. For the second straight game, the Pacers jumped out quickly. Here are Mark Boyle and Slick Leonard on the Pacers Radio Network.
Trying to shoot, baseline inbound. It comes to Reggie for three.
Yeah, he certainly did. Reggie getting off quick with 9 in the first quarter. The Pacers built up a 26-point second-half lead before the Sixers staged a late rally, but it was too little too late. Despite Indiana not hitting a field goal in the final 7 minutes, it was not to be overcome by the Sixers. Guard Allen Iverson scored 28 points, but was only 9 for 25 from the field. Iverson says now, we'll find out what this team is all about.
We're down 2-0.
And, this will show a lot of character about this team. This will show the heart of this team that I've been talking about all season.
We'll find out quickly. In a hole, 2 games to none down. Jalen Rose followed up his 40-point performance in Game 1 with 30 last night.
Wow.
Who do the Sixers focus on stopping? That's the dilemma. Reggie or Jalen? Miller knows this is a key factor.
I'm coming out one side and Jalen's coming out the other. So you're really going to have to pick, what option to take away, me or him. And we both got it clicking right now, so, you pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Reggie's got it all working. Game 2 tonight in Miami as the Heat lead the Knicks by 1 game to none. And what about all the history of hate in this rivalry? Is the intensity still as strong as ever?
We hope.
Or has this thing turned into some sort of love fest?
No.
You don't think so?
We don't want that.
It's not what Coach Pat Riley thinks about it. Here's Riley.
I think we've gotten all of the drama behind us now. As a matter of fact, I think when we do play one another, there's too many hugs and too much respect and too much all that stuff. But that's the way it gets with a couple of teams that have battled. That gets to the ultimate respect.
Too much of that lovey-dovey stuff going on.
Bonding deal, come on.
Can't have any of that. Nick Ford, Larry Johnson, who disappeared in the 4th quarter on Sunday, says, hey, we'll settle for a split down south.
The series far from over. We need to get mentally, physically prepared for game 2 and try to walk out of here with a split. Came down here to get 2. That's not possible now. We need to get 1.
Yeah,
we'll just settle for 1.
Praying that they lose. Actually invoking the name of the Lord in this one.
Uh-oh. This is serious.
Yeah, they have to lose. So David Juris bought me this, try to avoid a Scranton incident, bought me this nationwide pager.
Yeah.
That doesn't work here. So
that's not the way to get off on that. That's the wrong foot.
Plus, in addition to that, I can't hear it.
What do you mean it doesn't work? Doesn't work here in the studio? Or?
No.
So it works everywhere, but not down...
It works in my office.
Right.
Yeah. It did. I tried it this morning, but then the alarm on it is so low that I can't hear it anyway.
You worry about being paged while you're on the air?
Well, you might want to be.
Well, I want it to work everywhere.
Wait a minute. The whole point, nationwide.
The whole point is it's supposed to work.
Right.
It doesn't work. So... it's useless.
Your wife should be able to reach you here at this time, right?
Well, she can, but it's like Bob Davis and his shirts that we ordered. Here's what he says to Charles. The collars are too big in Charles' shirts. Well, no. Well, he won't do this
why
again.
Why are you making this an issue?
Because it irritates me. See, here's what he says to Charles. They made the collars too big. Well, these are not inexpensive shirts. They're great shirts I have one on. They're fabulous shirts. He says to Charles, wash it 3 times. And the collar will shrink well, if that's the case, then my collar that fits, when I wash that 3 times, is then going to be too small.
Be choking you.
Yeah.
Why don't I just go through the process?
No. First of all, see, here's the thing. He would not say that to me.
Well, why don't
If I said the collars are too big, they'd fix it.
But as Mr. Davis, why did I do what Mr. Davis says?
No, we're not going to do it. He's going to just fix the shirts.
Oh, man.
And stop giving us jive.
Oh, man.
Now we're trying to call him. We can't get a hold of him, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. So he's ducking us. He's supposed to be here at 10 o'clock this morning with yet another shirt I had made. And I have something I have to do. So I have to leave shortly after that.
Yeah.
So if he's not here on the button at 10.
Well, no, but I mean, we don't want dopey answers like wash it 3 times. You wash it. You moron, fix the collar.
What sort of shirt is that you have to wash it 3 times and make it right?
So it fits. Exactly.
I mean, that's absurd.
It's crazy.
I am willing to do what Mr. Davis says.
That is an insane thing to say to somebody. Because if some woman called and I didn't even thought about it, well, then if the collar shrinks, well, the sleeve's going to be too short. What are you, nuts? I mean, fix the collars.
I mean, do it right.
That's exactly the point.
How simple. I mean, this is what you do.
Yes, that you make shirts, make them right. So, but here's what you have to ask yourself.
What?
Why would somebody do that? Why would they, and knowing what's going to happen? They don't think, knowing that, why would you say to Charles, knowing Charles is going to tell me, knowing how I am?
What do you say to your work?
I was not going to volunteer this. You asked me, I answered.
Okay, well. What were you going to say?
What, did he tell his workers in Taiwan, hey, make sure we have to wash them 3 times?
I mean, that's just absurd, isn't it? Anyway, well, so we have this. It's useless.
Yeah.
And we're getting jive on the shirts.
You got the shirt dilemma.
Got the shirt jive. So
I think I meant that there are congratulations in order. I know I'm getting towards the end of my sportscast.
Yes.
But I would like to get in the fact that this weekend was the Long Island Marathon and the Long Island Half Marathon.
Right.
And who came in with a time of 2:06 and 20 seconds
For a half
Our own Bernard McGurk.
Yeah.
You did, Bernie?
There it is, in the paper, in Newsday.
Patty Mac found it in the paper this morning.
I searched.
Way to go, yo.
You ran a half marathon.
That's correct.
In brutally hot, humid weather, I might add.
So that would
very, very impressive performance.
Ain't nothing.
That would have been a 4:12 marathon.
Right.
Had you been able to run the final 13 and a half miles.
He would have picked his pace up. He would have picked his pace up. Plus, it was so hot.
You get behind a nice booty.
It was 94 degrees.
Just coast. That is very weak.
That's an outstanding job.
That's a good time.
My wife ran an entire New York City marathon in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
She's 19 years old.
Good point.
In the morning.
On April, on April 25th, WNBC TV 17, NewsChannel4.com presented a 30-minute live broadcast of Dr. Joseph Della Russo performing the latest method flying spot laser ideal, which combines NASA tracking and scanning technology, precisely treating the eye. That is pretty good, Bernie, with a small spot laser. If you were unable to access the website due to the overwhelming demand, it's now available at newschannel4.com. Dr. Della Russo has been one of the nation's true pioneers of laser eye surgery, which he helped introduce 10 years ago. Now they've got this deal where they can focus in on your eyeballs, y'all. Call them.
Rolling Stone magazine calls it the coolest show on television. Tonight on an all-new Buffy.
Are there women of the night standing in the doorway to your hotel?
Quite a few.
Anyway, Bob Selman is the general manager of the Autobot Express in Santa Fe. I can't tell you the number of people who I've heard from who have received, Stephen Brill at Brill's Content received barrages of material from this guy. And because he objects to some of the things that are said on the program and thinks that, and so therefore thinks that I shouldn't permit them to be said, or that I shouldn't say them, or whatever. So the guy calls me, and I said, have you ever listened to the program? He said, no. I said, well, so he doesn't know that it's a humor-based program. Now, do we say things that offend people? Yeah, well, absolutely. But am I a racist, or is anybody on this program, or are we homophobic? But you think quite the contrary. Quite the 180 degrees from that.
Absolute polar opposites.
Yeah. So, for example, I can't tell you the vicious mail and telephone calls that I received when I took the position about gay marriages, that we should leave these people alone and stop being mean to them and persecuting them and brutalizing them. And if two gay people are in love with each other, let them get married. Half the marriages in this country end in divorce anyway. Half of them between heterosexuals. They can't get along. So if you've got two homosexuals, I mean, I am not interested in watching them licking on each other on the street, but I'm not interested in watching heterosexuals lick on each other on the street.
Sawyer and
no, I don't want to see anybody doing it. I just don't want to see that. But should we discriminate? No, of course not. Well, oh God, I can't tell you Jew this, Jew that. I can't tell you what the vicious mail that I received from people about what a yada 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 Jew I was.
Some of it from me.
I mean, awful stuff. So this little punk is now has written this article, and I was frustrated talking to this guy from whatever this organization is, and he sounded like a reasonable guy, incidentally. And he said, "Well, do you have any response to all this?" I said, "I don't know how to respond."
This is the guy from the Thomas Paine organization.
Yes,
right.
It seemed like I forget his name now. Kara has it. He's a nice enough fellow.
Yeah.
I said, it's just run your ad. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
We're not racist. We're not. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There are people who you could attack, by the way, who actually are homophobic. Mm-hmm. So he said, well, did somebody in your program refer to the Knicks as chest-bumping pimps? I said, yes. Mm-hmm. And? What does that mean? That they're racist?
Do they bump chests?
Do they bump chests?
Do they act like pimps sometimes?
Yeah,
score in the basket?
Hello?
Good Lord, grow up.
Now, nobody says anything when we make fun of white people, or rednecks, or yuppies, or
fat people,
or nothing. Nobody. You never hear anything about that, because everybody thinks it's funny until it's about them.
Yeah, and I don't think that's funny.
You four-eyed weasel. What happened on C-SPAN? A guy calls up. Bernard and Charles go on C-SPAN. They're on with Brian Lamb. My God, Brian Lamb. They're C-SPAN. They're on. A matter of minutes, a couple minutes.
Right.
They get a call. A guy calls Bernard a bald-headed faggot. Well, hello?
The top of the show.
Top of the show on C-SPAN. And we're going to run ads in the New York Times about it. Well, come back, bring it on.
And Bernard said, I got plenty of hair.
Run your ad. I mean, it's absurd.
I know. It's just,
I just,
I know. Forget it. What are you going to do?
Gwen Eiffel apparently is mad at me, and it has been for some time, because she thinks that I said, or somebody on the program said, that because when she was covering the White House, wasn't it nice that they invited the maid to the White House? And I never said that. And there's no evidence that I ever said that. People say I said that. And now, was it said on this program? It could have been said in the context of maybe an Imus in Washington, reflecting the position of somebody who would think that. But just as a form of humor. Did I want to hurt Gwen Eiffel's feelings? Well, obviously not. I mean, this is a woman who wrote for the New York Times. She worked for NBC News. Now she's an anchor on the NewsHour with Jim Lehrer, who was just here. And she's the new host of Washington Week in Review, so obviously an accomplished journalist.
She anchored last night, in fact.
Yeah. So this guy said, when's the last time you had a black journalist on your program? When's the last time you wanted to sell a book? Mm-hmm. You know, and we had Bishop G.E. Patterson, who's not a journalist, but he's a
Reverend Gomes.
Like that had some like that meant something. So who's the racist? Who's keeping count of the color of people who appear on the program, which we don't, by the way.
What do we get? Are we filling
I mean,
here?
There's no way to even respond to it.
Crazy.
I mean, even that old nut Mike Wallace was trying to. I mean, this is the guy who hides cameras and in curtains and bushwhacks people.
Yeah.
And sold cigarettes for 100 years, and there's all kinds of other things. This is when they did that 60 Minute special on me, this is a moron, Mike Wallace, trying to run racist jibe by me, which was insulting to him. By the way, happy birthday, Mike. He's 82 today. Yeah. I mean, you can't. I don't know how to respond to it. The people there are a lot of racists and homophobes on the radio or on television. Go write your letters about them and attack them. So, because it's just nobody's going to buy it here. The guy said, "Well, are you on the radio and are you on in Washington?" So that's how informed this person is.
Oh, great.
Well, you know, I mean,
we're not on the radio. We're not on television in Washington. So
let it go.
By the way, we attack ignorant people too once in a while.
No. Anyway, it's 14 after the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program.
Bozo,
nitwit, maggot.
Back in your double Y.
That's exactly right. And Philip Noble is a astonishingly unsuccessful journalist who's on this crusade for whatever reason. And by the way, usually it's something that Bernard or Bo Dietl says. Not me. Again,
that's nice.
I am a victim here.
Right. Thank you.
It's always
Foxhole Don.
An innocent.
So, it's 1/4 after the hour. We are here with Stefan Dweck and Montero Ivy. Their new book is called A Field Guide to White People, published by Three Rivers Press, an imprint of Random House. You do something for Chris Rock? What do you do?
Well, on his show, I do the warm-up and the announcing on his HBO show.
Oh.
And I've had the pleasure of working with him ever since his first solo HBO special.
One of the things I thought was amusing when he won all those awards is because he's always dissing white people. And then he got up and he introduced all these writers, and they were all white.
And his Jewish lawyers.
Yeah, he had a bunch of Jew lawyers and 10 white writers.
You can be angry, but don't be stupid.
Somebody's paying the bill.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
What if I did a book, Field Guide to Black People? You guys would be in here lynching me, wouldn't you?
No, we'd be pissed off because we hope to make that our next book.
Except it'll be a little bigger.
It's called My Two-Way from MetroCall, the device made by Motorola that you hold.
They'd hang us.
Let out with your lynches.
You wouldn't have a job for 2 seconds.
No.
Why is that fair? So
I don't know. Go figure.
Here is my response to TomPaine.com and Philip Noble. Eat me.
Oh, stop. That's very mature.
It is 12 minutes after the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program.
That's great.
We're talking with Hamilton Jordan, who unfortunately rolls into town in the middle of all this, and I apologize.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. And by the way, I looked at the New York Times and I looked at my book, and I went with my book. So
Well, I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't, except we will not allow black children with cancer at the ranch. Now. It's a new policy. Yeah. Or they're gay. God forbid. You can't be gay and have cancer. No. So you can't be at the ranch. Or you have to ride the horse side saddle.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so you're not bitter about all this, are you?
No, that's
or
not,
are you?
That's not productive. Nah, that's not productive.
You mean get the latest scores and stats and talk about your favorite teams at NJ.com, New Jersey Online. With reports every 20 minutes. This is John McCo, WFAN 2020 Sports.
All right there, Minky. Thank you very much. 10:21 here on The Fans.
Hey, Joke Man. Visit Jokeland.com. Don't miss Stuttering John and the Donkey Show every Thursday night. For tickets, go to TheaterMania.com. Houston, go see her at HoustonChannel.com and KaraSXXX.com. KARASXXX.com. Also, Houston will be dancing at the Flesh Club in San Bernardino, California on May 18th, 19th, and 20th. Thanks for coming on the show. James Wood, check him out. Dirty Pictures airs on Showtime on May 27th at 9 p.m. in all time zones. And Debbie Rochon, thank you for stopping by, the B-Movie star. She has her book, B-Movie Survival Guide, available on Amazon.com. Debbie Rochon, R-O-C-H-O-N. Also look for Debbie on DebbieRochon.com and IATA.com. And that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. We can't wait for tomorrow's show because Juliana Margulies will be calling in. Also, two hot chicks will be in here playing Turkish Millionaire and some other surprises as well. See you then.
The Howard Stern Show.
K-Rock. Hey, how you doing? This is Will Pendarvis, and this afternoon on K-Rock, it's my honor to have as my special guest Eddie Vedder.
Good enough show.
I think we've done 19 hours of show, according to my watch. We'll be back tomorrow.
At this time, the Howard Stern Radio Network leaves the airwaves for technical adjustments.
At 92.3 megahertz. This is K-Rock.
K-Rock is giving away one...
A Mississippi white boy pig feast to pre. Morning, Blind.
Morning, boy.
How are you?
I'm in Albany. I got the blues.
I would point out that you're not actually blind, but...
Yeah, I know, but it looked good for the image, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be farsighted, white boy, pig feet to free.
I would be stupid, yeah.
Don't look good under my key, neither.
No.
Who's this fine-looking woman over here?
That is Bernadette Castor, who we'll be talking to in a few minutes. So.
I've sat on many of your couches. So my answer, you were just like that.
That will be fine. Let's sing our song.
All right.
Here we go.
You sure you're going to stay around for this remote?
Yes, I'm going to be here.
Let's make it show.
I've been here for 2.5 hours.
Okay. Well, you know, there's always, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we's on the road with the Iron Man, sitting on pins and needles. Cause at any moment he can start whining. If people don't start treating him like he one of the Beatles. If something should go wrong, you'll find Don be gone. And then like Warner Wolf's song, if you thought your remote was on, you lose. Cause there won't be no more talking, cause Imus will be walking. He be going back to New Yorkin'. You got yourself them no good, no go. Imus is a no-show blue. Shut up. Y'all don't have to look hard to notice. These program directors on these remotes look like they ready to throw up. Because they know the thing that's most remote is the chance that the Iron Man will actually show up. Ain't no haranguing, he'll take his gang and leave you hanging, and it's your head that's in the news. Because after the ranting he did in Scranton, ain't no recanting or supplanting. You got yourself them no good, no go. Imus is a no-show blue. Make sure your radio station, they know what time it is. To avoid a flagellation, ensure the aggravation isn't his. When the Iron Man's wife be calling, y'all better put her through, else dead bodies they be falling, and the first one gonna be you. So the moral to the story, if y'all want to avoid a broadcast me live, one thing is mandatory. Don't you ever look the I-man in the eye. Cause your future he be flushing without any more discussion. There'll be repercussion from Norfolk to Syracuse. Cause there ain't no rhyme or reason. But if the I-man you ain't appeasing, it's just like an act of treason. And your hop he gonna be seasoned. Cause your testicles he gonna be squeezing. Your ass officially in season. And you got yourself them no good, no go Imuses and no-show homo blues.
Blind Mississippi White Boy Pig Feast Free on the I'm Morning program.
Put my finger baited it.
Bernadette Castro is coming up. All right, let me talk to you now about something. Probably cross pin. Ryan.
Just like 5
Even with 215 horsepower, E-shift transmission, and a race-inspired cockpit, it's still going to take the new Lexus IS a while to get here. But once it does, you'll see it's years ahead of anything else on the road. Coming to your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer, June 23rd. The new IS. It's sufficiently radical.
It is 32 minutes past the hour, and I am Imus this morning, and we're at the Desmond Hotel in Albany, New York. On WTRY at 980 on the dial. Bernadette Castro used to head the Castle Convertible Sofa Empire, and that's where I first met her. She's married to Dr. Peter Guida, one of the finest heart and lung surgeons. Governor Pataki. Yeah, Governor Pataki is great. It's just, and anything I've ever said about Governor Pataki, between you and me, we've been kidding around. That's why when you call up and scream at me, it's unbelievable.
No, I never call
It jeopardized our friendship because of the things I said about Governor Pataki, because you got so hysterical about them, and I'm just kidding around. Governor Pataki, he's tall, he went to Yale, what's there not to like?
And you know what? I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
No, I'm so proud of you, and I thank you.
Yeah.
Because now you are sending the clear message of what you have always thought, and sometimes people listen to you little tiny pieces, you know,
No, that's not what I've always thought. I just thought this last night after Governor... No. That's not what I've always thought. What are you, nuts? After Mayor Giuliani revealed himself to be a dirtball, we now want... He wants to be... Bernard had the best idea. He's apparently running for the presidency, which is...
Now, may I say something about the mayor? May I say something?
Of course, go right ahead.
In fairness, I think this feeding frenzy, has got to, stop with the press. If we looked at all the senators in Washington and tried to present... What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? Come back here. Wait a minute. Come back here. Are you nuts? What are you doing? Imus! John, Bernard! What? Wait! John, this is not funny. You're laughing at the wrong places. This is a setup. You knew it. WTRY, I'll get you for this. You knew this. Don't do that to me. You had this planned. That was very, very... Oh, my God.
Now, what were you saying?
You scared me there for a moment. Let me just finish, and please stay this time.
Oh, okay.
All I want to say is, you of all people recognize what the mayor's done for New York City, and he's a great mind.
Yeah, he's had sex with every woman in the city.
No, this is not going where we want it to go. And let me just tell you that I firmly believe that the mayor, thank God, his health is going to be fine. My husband said, like all doctors, they caught it early. He's of good health. He's having a personal problem and really a crisis in his personal life. Look at this personal life. Give him a couple of weeks to get over this. By the convention, by the Republican convention, we're going to see a cohesive, wonderful Republican Party with Rudy being the senatorial candidate, with our great governor, who I hope will run for a third term because he's been so great.
Well, he actually has been He actually has been a pretty good governor, except that the Republican Party has suffered some.
No, they haven't. Now, they haven't suffered at all.
Well,
suffered. What have we suffered? We have gained. Now, look at this article that came up. People tried to say...
No, that's not what Mr. Dicker had to say.
No, forget Mr. Dicker. Forget Fred right now.
We love Mr. Dicker.
No, we're going to...
We don't love Mr. Dicker?
Well, we're not going to discuss Mr. Dicker's comments.
We hate old Dicker.
We are not going to discuss Mr. Dicker's comments, which are not...
That should be Giuliani's name.
They're not objective.
What did you say?
Looks to be Giuliani's last name.
Now you see?
Here we go again.
We'll have another ad tomorrow.
Yep.
You know? This one will be in Screw Magazine. Just don't need this.
All right, now this is a Zogby poll that shows upstate is upbeat about the economy. People know that downstate's doing well, Albany's doing well, the governor's reconnecting people with the waterfront, jobs are coming in, taxes have never been lower. This
It's
is
the
another
governor. He
setup.
wants you to get off the stage. I told him.
Oh, God. Okay. Listen, I brought you some very good things today.
All right.
And I brought you a wonderful guy, first of all, has been wanting to meet you. And after the show, I know you'll be gracious.
No, I won't. I'm not going to meet anybody.
Dave Miller, Executive Director of New York Audubon. Stand up. This is the man of the hour. Now, we decided that little Wyatt has to start recognizing some of the birds, both in Connecticut, and we have...
Dave thought this was a Weight Watchers convention.
No, that's not necessary.
Now, is that nice?
No, don't do that. No. Red.
Now, listen.
That was unfortunate. I'm sorry, Dave.
That's not good.
He's a very thin guy.
I'm sure he is.
He eats a lot of chicken.
Yeah. Most people who do drugs are thin.
Stop it. God almighty. Stop.
He's an environmentalist. He's head of
Yeah, he's out
Audubon.
there smoking that weed that they grow out there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
God almighty, must you kid about stuff like that?
Well, I mean, come on, lighten up.
Listen to me. Can you listen 1 minute? I just want to tell you
Did you
something.
buy that outfit on your stage salary, by the way? I don't think so.
Is that a compliment?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. Thank you.
That's a compliment.
All right, now listen. This book,
Right.
this is the Western region, which will tell you what's at the ranch. And Dave has even marked which birds you can sight. This is the Eastern.
Oh, we kill them.
No, you don't kill them. And listen.
When we shoot them.
No, you're not going to shoot any birds.
Of course we're going to shoot them.
Shoot the little birds.
Yes, we are.
You shot most of them already.
We're going to blow their little frames out.
No,
There's one old buzzard we'd like to shoot.
Listen, do you know...
These spotted owls look pretty easy to hit.
Rob,
Look at them.
Dave, I'm so sorry, Dave. I'm so sorry. Don, this is... All right, I think... All right, here's what we're going to do. We are now going to...
20 minutes till the hour.
Right, we're going to change
I
topics.
was in the morning thinking we're talking about Bernadette Caswell.
We're going to change topics now.
Okay.
All right?
Well, fine.
All right, did you pass these books to him? We're going to change topics now.
They slipped. I'm sorry.
Okay,
They slipped.
now, we're going to change topics here. There are a few people that I want...
Let's see what we got here.
That's very good. You know what?
Hang on 1 second. At 19 minutes till the hour, here in the Amherst We're talking about the State Parks Commission, Bernadette Castro.
Who, you know, the governor is a great bird watcher.
I'm sure he is. He hasn't been doing much else.
So's the mayor. Mayor's a great bird watcher.
I'll bet.
Dead bird.
Anyway.
Don,
I've showed my bird a couple times. Look there, a double-breasted mattress thrasher.
All right, now wait a minute. No, don't encourage him, Charles. You're encouraging.
Oh, God, this is killing me.
Don't encourage. Please.
Keep going.
All right.
Stop.
Listen, there are a few people that I want you to
Oh,
meet.
God.
There are a few people. Thank you. Thank you very much.
She already has one.
No. That gentleman, Don, the gentleman that just shared this fine writing crop with me, raises horses in the Adirondacks. Did
Don't
you
let
know
the
that?
mayor see that.
Honey, you know those old windows in the living room?
Yeah, they're in.
Heavy both ways, and there is still no service on the Long Island Railroad's Port Jefferson line between Port Jefferson and Huntington due to a pedestrian accident. The weather, mix of sun and clouds today with a comfortable high of about 73, and at the moment it is a sunny 57 degrees.
Yeah.
This report's brought to you by Xario Networks, the leader in telecommuting solutions. Blast your office into the 21st century with Ultra DSL. Listen to Xario, EXARIO.net. Xario, moving business beyond. I'm Laurie McNichol for the Reuters Fan Highway Patrol.
It is now 13 minutes to the hour, and I am Imus. We're in Albany, New York at the Desmond Hotel. With an audience, it looks like about half, which is our profile audience, which are rich yuppies, and the other half looks like they wandered into a Weight Watchers convention.
Yep.
And we're talking with the State Parks Commissioner, Bernadette Castro, who's been kind enough to appear on the program. And
Oh, boy.
now, here's the thing here's the thing I don't understand on a serious note. I actually like Governor Pataki.
I know you
And
do.
the only reason I ever took issue with Governor Pataki being a moron was because he writes this book, and he has a blurb on the back of it from Howard Stern, which is fine. That's all fine.
Right.
But then don't ask me to appear on my program with your dumb book that, by the way, went in the toilet.
No, do we have to
as a result of the I-Man.
How many times do we have to rehash this?
I like Governor Pataki. I'm serious.
No, I know you do.
I would vote for him. I voted for him for governor. I would vote for him if he ran for the Senate.
Yes.
I don't know what else I need to. You got to stop.
You're
you have to
fabulous.
tell Mad Dog Mooka and you
Xenia?
to stop hollering at me. I like the governor. What else can I tell you? I would vote for him. I did vote for him. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Can we give him a hand for that? Can we?
He went to Yale. He's tall. He's smart. He's from Poughkeepsie. What's there not to like? Rob Pearson?
It's not exactly from Poughkeepsie, but that's close enough. Garrison now.
Well, whatever.
Started as a small-town mayor.
Okay.
So
can't we just move on from that?
We can. I want to introduce some more people, but I am glad that you have shared with us your inner feelings and your serious moment as you've meditated on what is a fine political person.
So I mentioned Ms. Castro is married to Dr. Peter Guida, who obviously has written her some prescription that she has taken.
No, that's not true. Can I just share with you some people in the audience that you really should understand? The power of government that is here today.
No, I don't care about these bureaucrats wasting my money, my tax money, by fooling around here in the audience when they ought to be in their office working. Instead of sitting around here watching some idiot on the radio.
No, I'm going to tell you who they are anyway because they're wonderful.
Go right ahead.
Rappelye. Somebody referred to him. Did you realize he was chairman of the New York Power Authority? Rap, stand up. And he's a big fan of yours, and that's why he's here. Right?
Looks a little like Alan Greenspan, doesn't he?
Does indeed, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Dan Walsh, who's president of the Business Council,
Dan.
which is the statewide organization.
We love Dan.
Dan, where are you? I don't know where he is.
Dan,
I know he's
around
here.
here somewhere.
And did you know this, that there is a doctor right there holding a newspaper. He is with a conference that is here, and I didn't make this up, and I don't know if it was planned, but they are geriatric specialists.
Doctor, come on down.
And there's more.
You shouldn't have gone there.
And coming with me today, I want you to know there was a lottery at State Parks on Everybody Adores Imus, and the lucky winners of the lottery to come with me today from Finance, Pete Finn, stand up, our lawyer, Chris Pushkar, stand up, and Rich Bruni from the computer, stand up, guys. Thank you for coming. They won the lottery. Yes, they did stand up.
I did. You know, one time, David and I were taking
Bernadette asked me to take photographs for the stupid...
yes, and I want to talk to you about that.
Historic guide for the New York State.
Parks.
So I went up to Niagara Falls and shot last year's, or 2 years ago, I shot a photograph there, and then I shot this one out at Jones Beach.
Right.
Was that Jones Beach?
This was Jones Beach, the softer side, and a nice fall day.
And we visited a number of these parks, and the people in the parks told me that Bernadette Castro was the only parks commissioner who had ever actually visited any of these parks. So,
I love these parks. I love them.
And I said that the reason she had is because she was on amphetamines and was just running around like a road...
Howard Stern did the blurb
on
this, too.
No, did not. No, in fact, you shot the cover, and inside we have a photo of you standing behind the camera.
Darned.
Now, listen, what we'd like to do, we're almost out of this. This was a 2-year book. We'd like to invite you and Deirdre and Wyatt back to Niagara Falls this summer. Beautiful Niagara Falls. We've opened a new viewing area called the Crow's Nest, which gets you right down under the falls.
Has she ever listened to the program? Has she ever listened to the program?
But when do you leave for out west? You're not there the whole summer.
When do you think she ever listens to
You're there the whole summer? I do listen. You broadcast. You
From
get up at 2 in the morning.
June 3rd until September 3rd.
Right after you get back. Beautiful time of year, the second week in September.
It sucks. It's cold up there.
No, it's
I'm not going back there.
You were there in February.
It was freezing.
It was February. But seriously, Don, we want you back. We invite you.
I insist on being paid this time.
No, we can't afford you. We can't afford to pay you. This is your pro bono. This is your gift to the people of the great state of New York. You photograph the cover of our parks and historic guide. Isn't he a wonderful guy? And he will do this for us.
I didn't know you turned pro. Yeah, I got a pro boner. Did you hear that, Bernie? All right now. It is a 7-minute silly hour here in the Imus Morning program. We're going to talk more with Bernadette Castro. Can you stay over maybe? And
yes.
Okay, great. Why don't you have something to settle down?
Okay.
And maybe a fifth of Jack Daniels to kind of mellow out. And we'll do sports with Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, Imus in the morning. In your shorts, 2020 sports.
Well, please now welcome to the Imus Morning program former Cincinnati Bengal, former New York Jet, former St. Louis Cardinal, Arizona Cardinal, former whatever. Our friend and has done a commendable job this morning. Surprisingly good.
Yep.
Boomer Esiason, good morning, Mr. Esiason.
Good morning, Don, and good morning, everybody. Try to be nice to Miss Castro up there. If you're not, when you come back, I'm going to take care of you when you get down here.
You're not going to do
Yes, I am.
Boomer.
Little respect, please.
So take some more steroids.
Yeah, okay, right.
Thank you, Boomer. Oh, be nice.
Don't listen to him, Bernadette. Don't listen to him, okay? He does not represent the views of all of us down here.
Go stab my friend Al Michaels in the back again.
Yeah, okay. All right, great. All right, I-Man, this 2020 Sports is brought to you by the Fox Network, who this fall on Monday nights will be previewing new Ally McBeal shows, so we want to make sure everybody's looking there. The Indiana Pacers beat up on the 76ers 97-89 to go up 3-0 in their best-of-7 series. Jalen Rose, starting point guard of the Indiana Pacers, says, well, they might as well anoint them champions right now.
I feel like it's a formality at this point. We don't see anybody beating us.
Yeah, well, tell that to the Knicks, the Heat, the Lakers, and also the Jazz and the Portland Trailblazers. Allen Iverson comments after the game and their loss.
I thought what Coach said, our effort was there.
The effort you gave. I don't know about that. Here's what Larry Brown has to say about that.
We just stood around and went one-on-one. No ball movement, no man movement.
I don't know what's going on in Philly, but obviously not a lot of communication between the coaches and the players out there. Lakers beat the Suns last night 97-96 on Kobe's last-second shot. Suns guard Penny Hardaway on the loss.
You know, it makes you want to play game 3 tonight. All losses aren't losses.
All losses aren't losses. The problem's in Phoenix right there. Tigers manager Phil Garner, 9-23, worst start in franchise history, talking about how he's going to fix his team's problems.
We're not going to reinvent the game. It's going to stay the same.
It's going to stay the same. I'm sure there's a rush on season tickets in Detroit right as we speak. Chris Fusell, he's the winning pitcher in yesterday's road win shutout of the Tigers. Here's what he had to say.
We've been struggling on the road, this year. We've been winning at home, and so I'm glad we're winning on the road now.
That guy's a college graduate. You are on the road.
So are you, Boomer.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Starting pitcher from the Brewers, Jason Beret, lost a 5-run lead in the 9th inning versus the Cubs yesterday. Cubs came all the way back to win in 10, 9-8. Jason.
You never know what's going to happen here at Wrigley Field. It's definitely frustrating for us, but it's a frustrating loss for us. It's frustrating.
Somebody better go wake that guy up and see if he's still living. Man, Rangers, I'm telling you, man, it's unbelievable. I came in here this morning. All these quotes are just absolutely right off the mark. I can't believe it. Rangers manager Johnny Oates on his team's inconsistent play after his team beat Seattle 7-6 last night.
With this ball club, it seems like at one half inning I'm throwing up, and the next half inning I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm so excited I can't eat. I can't live this way all year.
Well, Johnny, maybe your players are trying to kill you. Get rid of you. Tony La Russa, this is a great. Tony La Russa, manager of the St. Louis Cardinals, on why he's decided to pitch to Barry Bonds leading off the bottom of the 8th inning after Bonds has already hit a home run in this game.
The thing is that problem is that Bonds was leading off the inning. You just can't give him 4 balls and put him on base.
No, just serve him up a home run ball and let him run around the bases. Oh, my goodness. Eric Davis on his feeling about his team losing to the Giants yesterday.
I don't get frustrated. Life's too short for frustration. It's a great major league game. I mean, that's what you guys come to see. That's baseball. Somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose. Unfortunately, we was one that lost. I ain't gonna jump off no building or nothing.
Yeah, I guess these losses really don't mean that much as they pile up. And finally, Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants on the Giant fans booing the decisions of his manager, Dusty Baker, to intentionally walk visiting player Mark McGwire twice in yesterday's game, a game which, oddly enough, was won by the Giants.
It's kind of stupid when your own fans boo when he walks. I mean, we're here to win the game. We're not here to freaking, satisfy your guys, the fans' ego and he can hit a home run. I mean, what are you here for? You want us to win or you want to see Mark McGwire hit a home run?
Obviously, they want to see Mark McGwire hit home runs, Barry Bonds.
Yeah, right over your head.
That's right. This is Boomer Esiason for Imus in the Mornings 2020 Sports.
Boomer, that's great. Thanks. All right, let me talk to you now about, I don't know what.
My Teddy.
Huh?
My Teddy.
Oh, the Vermont Teddy Bear people. Well, that's a good idea for Mother's Day. It's a fun way to let Mom know that you care about her and all that. Call the Vermont Teddy Bear people. Talk to a bear counselor. It's fun to do. 1-800-829-BEAR, B-A-R. They have about 100 various bears, and you can dress them up. You can get your little Bernadette Castro bear. Get your little designer outfit. Sure. Get some real pearls. Put them on there. And have your hair all done up and stuff. And take some medicine. And have your little bear. And 1-800-829-BEAR, the Vermont Teddy Bear people. There's even they can design a bear to reflect your mom's job or hobby or whatever. So it could be cute. And they're not that expensive, and they're fun. And they're well made, and it comes in a great box. If you get it tomorrow. 1-800-829-BEAR, the Vermont Teddy Bear people. You're stuck for Mother's Day, you know what to do. And the Vermont Teddy Bear people would be somebody to consider too. 1-800-829-BEAR.
Looking for real active apparel that lasts? Then check out Russell Athletic Tanks, T-shirts, and shorts.
At 980 on the dial. Imus on the Road is sponsored by the National Fire Sprinkler Association, by Joseph Abood, the official clothing designer of the Imus in the Morning program, and by Cross Pens, makers of the new Morph Pin. Check it out at cross.com. Locally, we're sponsored by Christopher's Men's Store in Crossgates Mall. I Love My Heart in Clifton Park. I wonder what that is. Anybody know what that is? What is it?
Exercise equipment, Chief.
Central Infinity of Schenectady. Bellit's full-service salon and day spa in Albany. Marshall's Transportation Center in Ravenna. And by old Harold Finkel. Oh, yeah. He's your jeweler, now he's ours. So I'll be going over there to get you free Rolexes or something later. And everybody here at the Desmond Hotel, the radio station over to TRY, they've been great. So they've been great because we hadn't had to talk to any of them. And some fat guy from the hotel took us in, right?
Yep.
And he was okay, and he got out of the way, and that was it. So it was perfect. Didn't have to deal with anybody.
Talk to his soul. No.
God.
We're chatting with the Parks Commissioner from New York State, Bernadette Castro, and we've kept Miss Castro over because it's much like when a cat corners a mouse and he's playing with it. This is fun to torment Miss Castro. So.
Oh, come on. Well, I thank you, Mr. Imus, because I needed an opportunity to say one serious thing.
Sure.
Now, in Washington, as we are in the middle of this wonderful program, the House of Representatives is voting on the most significant environmental piece of legislation ever.
What would that be?
The Land and Water Conservation Fund. The bill was called CARA, the Conservation and Reinvestment Act, as they took natural resources from the outer continental shelf starting years ago, gas and oil. A decision was made in the 60s to reinvest some of the money in What else? Recreation, acquisition of open space, parks, inner city parks, historic preservation.
Right.
Thank you for letting me go on like this. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. And this is a significant thing for New York State. If this passes, New York State will receive annually over $100 million a year to invest in its local municipal parks, historic preservation, acquisition of precious open space that is about to either be developed. So we're, across this country.
Instead of spending money on trees, we ought to get homeless people off the streets and give them a place to live, shouldn't we?
But you know what? I think part of that will happen as a result of the whole quality of life
Maybe
issue.
build them tree houses. How about that?
No.
Put little tents out there for them or something.
But I'll tell you what.
What's wrong?
This piece...
Hang on one second.
Can't Ms. Castro make one serious point?
Yeah, she did.
Without
Thank you.
She's
Thank you,
she's
Charles.
humping this deal in Congress today. That's
yes,
fine
and it's
with
a
me.
vote, and we need every single member of the House of Representatives to vote yes.
How do we bribe them? That's easy to
Let
do.
me just tell you
Read
something.
the papers.
I want to tell you how powerful, you know this, but I'm sure the audience knows it too. I am amazed at the amount of staffers in Washington that are devoted listeners of yours.
Right.
Senators, as we know, John McCain and others who are devoted fans of yours. Members of the House. So if you say, vote yes for Kara, that's all I want you to do, one sentence. Vote yes for Kara.
No, I won't say it.
Okay.
I want something to
You
say
want
it.
something to say, but it's going to
No,
be
I want something to say it. Then I'll say it.
Oh, so you want me to give you something to read from?
Or, no, I just want you to give me something. Like cash. Cash would help. Cash would like in the old days when Led Zeppelin used to come in with a record, or the Stones or someone. I'd say it sounds good to me, but
well, I do have some
we'll
things
have to work out an arrangement here before I actually play it.
But I do have some other things to give you, so
Okay.
maybe this will help.
Okay, what is this?
We are very close in beautiful historic Albany, and by the way, the capital of this state is among the most significant historic buildings in the world. Took over 20 years to build it. It is gorgeous, and the mayor of Albany...
That's the building there?
Yes, the mayor of Albany and the governor, Governor George E. Pataki, would love to give you a personal tour.
Ugly building.
It is gorgeous. Don't say
What
that.
does the E
no,
stand?
that is personally offensive to anybody in historic
What
preservation.
does the E in Governor Pataki's name stand for?
It stands for his middle name.
What is it?
It's Elmer.
It's what?
It's Elmer.
Elmer?
I think.
You think?
I'm not sure.
It's a very, very good governor. Good job.
You don't. Let me tell you something. And you know the great thing about Governor Pataki is he's got a great sense of humor.
So-
and honest to God,
It's not required to know his name in order to serve in his administration. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I just always saw him.
I'm just kidding.
God,
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Well, you want to
Now,
come
wait
on.
a minute.
What do you think is going to happen? This does not meet the press. We're going to have fun.
But
The governor has to have a sense of humor.
He
Mad
does.
Dog Mooka, she's
No,
got to lighten
quit
up.
calling her Mad Dog.
Well-
Why don't you she's, first of all, visually, quite stunning.
First
you
of all-
haven't met her in person.
First of all, Bernard loves this woman. He's been friends with her since she was with Al D'Amato.
I know.
So,
she's a great lady, and she's funny.
But we're just kidding. And you pay a bunch of thin-skinned wussies
Well, you know what
in state government here who
No,
get
they're not.
offended every time I say something. It's
No.
absurd. I'm surprised you guys are running an ad that I'm mean to Governor Pataki, right?
No, actually,
Anyway.
anybody that carries information or that ad, it's because they don't listen to you all the time and they don't listen to the show.
Now,
You
what's this-
can't edit little words here and there and think
What's
you
this-
know a commentator like you.
What's this book now?
This is about beautiful Saratoga Springs. Saratoga.
Mike Francesa goes there every year.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And
He
and-
has a horse that runs there, a bunch of horses,
well,
right?
when I tell you, it is
Either
the
run
most.
there or they eat them. I don't
Let
know.
me tell you. It is the most special race course in the world. People come with children and families, and they bring picnics, and the ladies wear big hats, and it's just like stepping back in time. So I think you and Deirdre and Wyatt, we would love to have you come visit that, and maybe
In
that,
your-
wouldn't you love to have him
In
come to
your
Saratoga
lifetime,
Springs?
that will not happen. Am I going to this crummy racetrack to watch these
No,
nags
it's
run?
gorgeous. So
That
we're
will
going
not
to
happen.
give you these two wonderful books
That's
for your
great.
collection.
You can
Would you
send
pass
those to
that
the
along?
office.
Oh, you
I
want me
think-
to send them on to the office for you?
Well, no, you want me to carry them back? I don't feel
No.
well anyway. My back
No,
hurts.
no,
and
no,
you want
I'll
me to carry
send them. I'll send them. My God, I'll send them.
Weight it down with these dopey
Let me-
books.
You want me to send the bird books too?
What? Let me ask you a serious question.
Okay.
Is there, I don't know if the governor would share this information with you.
Right.
Is there any chance, is there any chance that the governor would run for the Senate?
Well, I have to believe the governor has spoken several times recently on that issue.
And you said no?
He fully supports Rudy Giuliani. And I think nobody wants to distract from that. Rudy is the candidate. Rudy is a great candidate. He's got millions of dollars in his war chest. He's
going to lose.
No? Well, let me just tell you something.
He's a dirtbag.
But let me just say something.
We want the governor to run. We're begging the governor to run.
Even Mrs. Clinton said, this is not a race to talk about anybody's
of course, what's she
personal
going to say?
life.
The dirtbag herself.
She murdered Vincent Foster. What are you talking about? No, just kidding around. She didn't murder Vincent Foster. It's just a joke.
But that...
Just a joke. I don't really believe she did that.
There's another ad.
No. But quite honestly, the mayor, if you think about what he's accomplished...
First of all, the governor would make a much better senator. That's number one. He's smarter. He's taller. He has a better education. I'm serious. The governor Pataki would make a great... I'm serious about this. He would make a great United States senator.
He
absolutely would.
Well, I'm not going to say no to that.
And Rudy, what's Rudy going to do? Rudy's go down and boss everybody in Washington. We don't need that.
Well,
we need somebody who's loyal to their family, to their wife, like the governor is. At least the governor's not some going around with some sock puppet or whatever.
But you know what? I know that George Pataki will someday achieve high national office because he is capable of it. And
This is a good stepping stone. He's not going to be VP. Is he still holding on for that?
I think
absurd.
the governor's focus is on being a great governor.
Right.
And there are no term limits in New York. Now, early on in 94...
Where's he now? How come he would? We invited him to appear on the program.
Yes, he's not in Albany today, or he would be here,
They don't have a phone where he is?
I don't know what happened
We prefer to have
with
people on the phone because usually when people appear live with us...
You can't get rid of them like me.
Exactly.
I know. I know, because I am here. I have a lot of things to give you.
I'm sure you do.
Right. But I am sure that the governor will appear on your show in the near future.
Maybe tomorrow.
And maybe tomorrow.
Right.
Who knows?
Okay.
But the point is that Governor Pataki is destined, in my humble opinion, after knowing him since 1994, to be a leader at the national level.
Let me ask you this. Has he ever hit on you?
Never.
Okay, so...
Are you crazy?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Libby Pataki
That's the kind of person we need. That's the kind of person we need in Washington. Is somebody who's not hitting on every babe on the staff. So that's what we need, right?
Somebody to break that precedent.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's the kind of person we need serving in national office. So
he is a wonderful father of 4 beautiful children, and his wife Libby. What a great segue this is. What a great segue.
What are his children's names?
One of Emily. Wait a minute. Let me try this.
No, that's fine. No.
Emily and Teddy. Help me out here.
Elmer?
Emily, Teddy,
and Bob and Sally.
Teddy is no.
It's
Teddy,
a quarter after. Please.
You see, now that wasn't nice what you did to me.
Of course not.
Because I'm under a lot of stress, and now you asked me to do recall of the 4 names.
That's right.
Teddy is named for Teddy Roosevelt.
That's great.
I never forget that one because
quarter
the
after the hour here. I'm just wondering for you.
Emily.
I'm just being mean to you. You don't respond. You should just say none of your business.
Get me the names of the other 2 children. Bring it up to me.
Call the governor. Maybe he knows. It's a quarter after the hour. In the Imus Little Morning program.
I've got a never-ending love for you. From now on, that's all I want to do. From the first time we met, I knew I have a never-ending love for you. Imus in the morning.
Now, let's pick up the Wagners and...
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Generalissimo Manuel Antonio Noriega, although I prefer you call me by the nickname my mother had for me, the f***ing boss. Naturally, my thoughts turn to her this Mother's Day, and as I reflect on my many memories of her from my childhood, I'm reminded once again of what a miserable piece of she was. You see, I was the illegitimate son of my father's maid, the fruit of the loins of some no-good, low-rent, common domestic with, thank you very much, bad skin. She polished my father's antique silverware, then polished his trouser whistle, got knocked up, and then the stanky hoe turned around and abandoned me. Can you believe that? She's cleaning toilets for a living, and yet I'm the one who gets the boot. I would have been better off being born to a 40 peso a night hooker. At least those bitches have some principles. Speaking of bitches with principles, Rosie O'Donnell has been promoting this Million Mom March, where she will join women in 60 cities this Mother's Day to demonstrate support for gun control. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. But is this the Million Mom March or the Million Pound March? Oh, yeah, that'll make a viable political statement about handgun violence. A bunch of overweight housewives wandering around the streets looking like some kind of longhorn stampede. Now, I realize I didn't exactly have June Cleaver for a madre, but have any of you ever listened to one piece of advice your mother gave you? Are you wearing clean underwear right now in case you get hit by a bus? Do you always carry a Kleenex with you at all times? Do you really wait at least an hour after you eat before going swimming? So why would you listen to them whine about gun control? You want to make a bold statement, Rosie? You gotta do what I do. Make sure that the body of one of your most vocal opponents is found in the jungle, tortured and headless. Go find Charlton Heston, strip him naked, rub mashed bananas on that hairy back of his, and throw him into the monkey cage at the Bronx Zoo. 5 minutes of that Planet of the Apes routine, and he'll make Susan Sarandon sound like Rush Limbaugh. That's how you get your message across. Because that I am woman, hear me walk crap hasn't worked since Gloria Steinem started menopause. You want to be influential? You can't be a mother. You have to be a mother. And so, that said, here's hoping, in the words of my good friend Saddam Hussein, that you all have the mother of all Mother's Days. Te amo, mi dulce mamacita, yo pisha.
Well, Noriega here on the Imus Morning program is very unfortunate. It is 24 after the hour, and we're talking with Bernadette Castro, who is the State Parks Commissioner for the state of New York, and she's been droning on now for almost an hour about something. So,
about lots of
we've had a lot of fun. It's been fantastic. Now, we're coming to the close of your time here on the program.
Why? The show is not over until 10.
I understand that, but we have other issues we have to deal
I've got
with.
5 other things.
Let's get to them.
Okay. Well, first of all, Dave Miller from Audubon had one other book for... He thought it would be interesting around New Mexico, and perhaps, hopefully you won't take this the wrong way, but it's the Audubon Society Field Guide to North American Fossils.
I was
Would you pass that down?
That's great.
Okay, now.
Please tell Dave to leave us alone.
Dave?
Okay, what else?
Okay, now what I've got, this is really wonderful. We mentioned briefly that Libby Pataki, the First Lady, who is brilliant, speaks like 4 languages, she's just a fabulous woman. She is very much into the arts.
Can we get her to run for the Senate?
Well, you never know.
Okay.
But she produced and wrote a wonderful book for children describing the art in the wonderful capital. It's modern art, donated by Nelson Rockefeller, and it's...
What are you going to like this about Nelson Rockefeller?
No, I just meant, isn't he a wonderful guy, Nelson
Dead.
Rockefeller?
A wonderful guy.
Well, I mean...
I suppose he was, yeah.
Yes, but...
Ever tell you what happened? You might have...
No, that's why. That's why. That's why.
No, dude, don't you?
No.
Were you around? Did you know what happened?
No, I don't want to discuss that.
That was great.
We've been through that. We've been through that. So anyway, Libby Pataki...
He was going down that Rudolph
book.
Giuliani road, you know.
No. Libby...
And you know, they found him there.
No.
And they... Well, yeah, they did.
Don, don't. Every time I come on, you do this, and it's...
Well, no, you brought his name up. The people may not know
because
this.
you know how great the Rockefeller
15 million
family...
people in the country listen to this program. They may not know that they found a guy with some babe.
I want to talk at the same
before the
time
police
you're
got there, they
talking
put
so
their shoes on the wrong foot.
Hear you, what you're saying.
And they had him reading the Wall Street Journal, except it was upside down. But anyway.
All right, let me just say about the Rockefeller family.
But the best part.
No. Now listen to me.
Apparently.
No.
Governor Rockefeller had.
No. Don, don't do this. Don't do this to me. Now, it's not fair.
It's not to you.
I've been a good sport.
What have I done to you?
Because of
He's the one who had the penile implant, not me. That they couldn't get down. That they couldn't get down. Oh, man, that was great.
No, it's not great. It's not great. It was not great.
Anyway, he donated this artwork that's avant-garde, apparently.
Oh, it's beautiful, and it's very valuable. People that have
now,
not
I would like
visited.
that book.
You are going to get this book, and Mrs. Pataki...
Let me have that book now.
I will. And
the
Mrs. Pataki...
junk you can
Audubon, and
whatever.
it's not... Yeah. Mrs. Pataki is distributing this book to schools and to children all over New York State.
Oh, no, my wife
and
will love this.
She will love it because it talks about contemporary art, and it's wonderful. Then there's another great children's book by an artist called Neil Waldman. What he did, and he is a great student of Van Gogh, and he was written up in the New York Times. He's a fan of yours. I think he sent this book to Deirdre. He wrote a book pretending that he met Van Gogh and took him on a tour of New York. And he did beautiful artwork of New York as if he were Van Gogh. What are you doing now, Rob? Don't encourage him, Rob. And so this is really a wonderful book, and he also is involved in charity, Children's Aid Society of New York. 100,000 copies are being distributed. So between Libby Pataki, okay, that's the end of the book story for today.
Okay.
Wasn't that life? The book story for today? You see? Okay, very quickly, I'm almost to the end.
28 after the hour here in the Imus Morning Program. We're listening to, Bernadette Castro, and now wait a minute. Why would you give me a book that is autographed to you?
Because that particular book was not supposed to be for you, but you asked for it. I was going to send you one autographed to you. In fact, Deirdre has one.
For Bernadette Castro, hoping you'll always see the world through the eyes of an artist.
Isn't that a beautiful inscription?
You were great last night. Clearly.
Bernard, shame on you.
Well, I'm not going to take your book that's just autographed to you.
But he sent one to Deirdre, and I'm going to see that he sends another one to Wyatt.
Well, that would be fine.
And I'm going to have Mrs. Pataki autograph one for Wyatt
We don't want her autograph on it. We're just fine. The book's fine.
Okay. Now, what I want to tell you, there are two more people. All right, there are two more people
we have 54
that
seconds.
are very big fans of yours.
Great.
Chairman of the State Party, Bill Powers.
Old Bill. Yes.
Old Bill. He was a Marine like you.
No, he was that crook who was keeping McCain off the ballot, wasn't he?
No,
that's absolutely right.
No.
That jerk. We hate him. What are you talking about?
Don't
Powers?
say this. No. Listen to me. No.
He was the guy keeping our guy John off the ballot. Well, what happened? How'd that work out?
But let me just tell you something. He was doing at that time what was right for the chairman of the state party to do.
Yeah.
George W. Bush has been endorsed by the Republican
Party.
Party.
Communist regime in the state of New York.
No. The purpose of my bringing up his name was to tell you.
It was a bad idea, wasn't it?
It was a very bad idea. Now, let me just tell you another.
We're now at the end of our time.
Nope. The other two children are named George and Allison of the governor. So it is Teddy, Emily, George, and Allison.
That's it. Congratulations, you have just won